Teague's come back. We have 3 quality goaltenders that we can go to, especially with the road trip we have right now. We're going to leave right after the game and head up to Three Rivers and get in really early morning. So it's good to have good, fresh goaltending going up on that trip.
Brendan Ronz is going to be making his Railers debut here tonight. Talk about what you want to see out of him.
You know, good, steady defensive defenseman who makes the good first pass, will control the front of our net. I'm sure he's really excited to be in there tonight, and I'm excited to see him play.
What is it you've seen from this Railers team past couple of weeks here as they've come along, 5-5 across the first 10 games? Just your analysis of that.
You know, obviously we got off to, it's a 5-5, but we got off to an 0-2 start. So we're 5-3 in our last 8, and the 5 games, and even we won 5 games. We could have easily beat 8-0 as we are 5-3. I like the way the team is coming together. They understand how we want to play. They're starting to understand each other. That word chemistry, you can see the chemistry between them, but also understanding how we want to play as a 5-player unit. And that's what's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing that again tonight and how it progresses here in the near future.
Talk about the locker room. The fans see the team play on the ice, but they don't see how the guys interact with each other in the locker room.
Well, I think, you know, they do see a little bit of the way we stick up for each other out there on the ice, you know, and they're just as close in the locker room. They like to have a lot of fun. It is, at the end of the day, it is a game, right? And our job as coaches is to make sure we keep it fun, but at the same time, know when it's time to work. And this team really works that balance between having fun, but also getting, you know, know when it's time to get to work. And I love being around them. I think they love being around each other. So anytime we get a chance to go out there and showcase what we're all about, I think that's a really good thing, not only for themselves, but more importantly for the organization and the type of image and the type of character that we want to portray out on the ice. And I'm really proud of the guys. And I got to tell you, every time we come to the rink, I expect to win. And I'm kind of shocked when we lose. And I expect to win tonight.
Coach, last thing for you here. What's the one thing you'd say if your team does this well tonight, you'll come away with the 2 points?
Forecheck. I think our forecheck was pretty good last game. I think if we're a little bit better on the forecheck, we shoot from distance, get players screening and tipping, and stop at the net, it's going to be a good night for the Railers.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Tim.
That's Railers head coach Bob Deraney. More to come on the Worcester Railers pregame show here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
The Worcester Railers make winning and scoring goals look easy. At Cornerstone Bank, we want to give you the same feeling about achieving your financial goals. With our solutions-based service and commitment to community, it's time for you to start winning with your financial future. Go online to cornerstonebank.com or find your nearest local Cornerstone branch and learn how being built on trust can help give you confidence for the future. Cornerstone Bank, built on trust, member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender.
A diamond from Saks Jewelers. It's perfect.
Time after time, new customers tell me they are amazed by the huge selection of diamond engagement rings and wedding bands we have here at Saks Jewelers. Trust me, no jewelry store in Worcester County could come close to our selection, our quality, or even our value. I'm Nick Saks, 4th generation at Saks Jewelers in Shrewsbury, Central Massachusetts' most trusted diamond retailer for over 65 years. Online at saksjewelers.com.
Prince LaBelle is proud and excited to become a member of the Railers family in the greater Worcester community. We are a full-service law firm that provides unparalleled client service across the entire range of legal needs and industries. The firm's Worcester office leverages the depth of a premier Boston law firm with the familiarity and knowledge of its Worcester attorneys. Prince LaBelle's expansion into Worcester is led by a team of longtime legal and community leaders. Visit princelabelle.com for more information. Thank you, and go Railers.
Worcester Railers hockey plays here. 98.9 Nash Icon, WORC-FM, Webster, Worcester, a Cumulus media station.
We return to the DCU Center where the Worcester Railers look to get back above 500 as they face off against this South Carolina Stingrays team here on Teacher Appreciation Night. Tim Foley along with you as we get you set for tonight's action between the Worcester Railers and South Carolina Stingrays. Worcester coming into tonight off of that 4-1 loss on Wednesday morning, a game in which they felt really good about despite the result. One tough goal in the third period made it a 2-1 game. They had to react from there and ultimately fell by a score that was not exactly reflective of the actual effort put out that day. So the Railers looking to bounce back and try and put something on the table here tonight. That'll get them right back in the win column. Let's take a look now at tonight's lineups. First for the South Carolina Stingrays. The top line of Alexander Suselev with Grant Cruikshank and Micah Miller. Eric Middendorf with Austin Magera and Jeremy Davidson. Justin Nakbar is with Kyle Kupka and Charlie Combs. And then Ben Haverchuk is going to be with Jamie Engelbert and Dean Laukus. For the defensive pairings, Blake Thompson's with Connor Moore, John McDonald's with Jaden Lee. Andrew Parrott is going to be with Riley Webb. Seth Isley is going to get the start in net here today. Isley, so far on the year, a 150 goals against average and a 948 save percentage. The Stingrays have been blessed so far this season with some excellent goaltending. Of course, they have Bjorklund, who had himself a great game on Wednesday morning, named the #1 star of the game. They also have Isley and Mitchell Gibson, who have been putting up some good numbers as well this year for South Carolina. We'll give you the Railers lineup in just a moment here. Looks like they're getting ready to drop the puck in a second. They're talking to the official scorers here, so we'll actually go through it now. The top line for the Railers, Riley Piercy with Matthew Copperwood and Griffin Lochran. It's Randall with Kaplan and Rapace. DeMellis is with Callan and Donhauser. The defensemen will be Luce with Welsh, Verrier with Klee, and then Rons with Dickinson. Michael Bullion is the starting goaltender here today. They are having some sort of conversation down at the down at ice level right now with head coach Bob Deraney. As it stands right now, your on-ice officials here tonight, Tyler Haskell's the referee, Matthew Heinen and Jack McQuestion are the linesmen. As it looks like Haskell's already going over and having a conversation with each head coach. Jared Nightingale for the Stingrays. Finally, the referee Haskell puts his chin strap on, leans in and has another word with the official scorer's booth. Not quite sure what exactly conversation could be about to start things off here. Colby Johnson is going to be starting this game for the Railers alongside Colin Jacobs and Andre Bakanov. Rons and Dickinson will get the nod on the defensive end. Meanwhile, for the Stingrays, it's Nakbar with Kupka and Combs. As they continue to stay loose on ice here, they are going to have an extended delay here to start things off. Parrott and Webb are going to be starting on the back end defensively, again, while Isley is in net. Seth Isley for the Stingrays in his first professional season out of the University of Nebraska, Omaha. Just 4 games in to his professional career, a 3-0-1 record so far on the year, as again he has been absolutely nails for these Stingrays to start off the year. Meanwhile, on the other side of the aisle, Michael Bullion gets the start for Worcester, a 258 goals against average with a 908 save percentage. Dueled Bjorklund very well on Wednesday morning. Bjorklund ended up just being able to make a couple more stops. Railers weren't able to get as much past him, and that is the difference as it goes. So Bullion will be looking to get the start here tonight. Railers got goaltender Henrik Tikkanen back down from the American Hockey League's Bridgeport Islanders earlier today, as Tikkanen has been a bit back and forth between both Bridgeport and Worcester so far this season. So far this year for the Bridgeport Islanders, Tikkanen, he has only played in 1 game, and it was a game in which he allowed 8 goals for the Islanders, ultimately suffering the loss, 0-1 to start his AHL season so far this year for Bridgeport. So he is back now. He is backing up here tonight. We'll likely see Muse and Tikkanen make the trip up to Trois-Rivières, Quebec after this game here tonight. as we continue to try and find answers for you here. Not quite sure why the game hasn't started just yet. We've got multiple players on both teams hopping off the benches trying to get loose here. Stay relaxed. Colin Jacobs is having a conversation over at the officials' crease. And so we're looking to see where they're trying to solve things. Looks like head of off-ice officiating Arthur Sachs is having a conversation right now with referee Tyler Haskell down at ice level. So we'll see what they ultimately are able to determine here. The ice seems to be fine here. The Railers and the DCU Center and the operations crew had worked especially hard to make sure the ice was all good and ready. So playing surface is okay. The referees all offer each other some fist bumps here down at ice level. And it looks like we're finally ready to play some hockey here in the heart of the Commonwealth. A little delayed, but that won't deter this game much longer. Jacobs leans in here for Worcester, goes up against Kupka for the Stingrays. The puck is held over center ice. It's dropped. The Railers win it. Sit back and enjoy. It's hockey night in Worcester here on a Friday night. Railers win the opening draw. They go right to left here tonight to open up this first period. They're wearing their third orange jerseys, similar to how they did on Wednesday morning. Back-to-back games in these orange threads. Debuted them on Wednesday morning. They read Worcester across the front with the player's numeral right on the stomach as well. So a different look this year for the Railers and their third jerseys. They had a similar design, but with a giant W gracing the front of it last year. Different this year. Railers get the puck back up to the point. Here's Welsh a drive. Shot and a save made by Isley as he'll hold on to it. Seth Isley, looking at the rest of his collegiate career, did come out of the University of Nebraska, Omaha, but he was largely made over at Lake Superior State University, where he played 3 seasons. As right now, finding himself here with the Stingrays, makes a glove save on another Connor Welsh shot from the point. Across his NCAA career, Isley, a .267 goals against average with a .913 save percentage and an 18-17-1 record to his credit across 42 collegiate games played. Puck dropped in a moment here, right to the far dot inside of the South Carolina zone down to our left. Stingrays wearing their white jerseys that they wore on Wednesday morning that are extremely reminiscent, if not identical, to the Washington Capitals jerseys that they typically wear. They are affiliated with Washington, of course. Now down the right wing side. Stingrays quickly into the attacking zone. Kupka was looking to center it for Charlie Combs. Combs gets it back in the corner. Shot from the point. And Bullion pulls it down. Can't cover it with the glove. And now back up ice go the Railers. Over the red line, down the right wing, Jack Randall, who's been on a tear here for the Railers as of late. It goes right back down up the far boards as the Stingrays hold on here. Charlie Combs can't quite get it out. Railers find it. Here's the captain, Anthony Rapace. Now to the near side, Jack Randall looking to hold on to it. Comes back now, down low beneath the net. Up to the far boards, Verrier. It's collected here by Kaplan. Trying to throw it out in front. That's put right back up and out of the zone by South Carolina. That's going to be carried further ahead inside the neutral zone, broken up by Worcester. Some back and forth, pinballs around a little bit. Verrier has it here. He'll backhand it down low beneath the net. Now up the far side, Griffin Loughran gets a tip on the puck, flies it into the neutral zone. It goes all the way down, no icing. Stingrays go back to get it first. Riley Piercy in on the scene, trying to battle Crookshank for the puck. Copperroot in on the forecheck as well. We're a minute and a half into the game. Worcester with the only 2 shots so far. Puck is loose inside of the neutral zone. Thompson has it here for the Stingrays. He's got Piercy right on him. Riley Piercy, who's been off to a great start here this season. So far, 4 goals and 4 assists in 10 games played. Comes right back down to the near side. Stingrays inside of the attacking zone now. Shot from Suzdalev, blocked up by Copperroot. Now here he goes, trying to carry it down ice. He's held up along the way by Suzdalev. hard back check, but now Loughran finds it, cuts out in front. He's taken down on the way in. Railers with a couple of chances on the way. Here's Callan now with the right point, sends it further back down. Really nice pressure there from both Copperwood to steal it away, and then Loughran to drag it through the defense. South Carolina was a little lackadaisical with the puck, as if they almost didn't believe Loughran had it. It was odd. They let him walk pretty close in out in front, but ultimately the netminder and Seth Isley standing in at a gaudy 6'5". Took up a lot of that net front space once he had cut out in front. Tough to really go anywhere once you're that close to a body that's taking up that much space. Puck ends up back along the far circle. Railers win the draw. They hold on. Far side, wrap back down to the near boards. Railers trying to keep it pinned inside of the attacking zone. South Carolina finds it here near circle. Here they come. Over the near blue line. Now here they have it into the attacking zone. Sustilev muscles it toward Bullion with one hand on his stick. It ends up going off the skirt of the net. Now the Railers look to drag it along. Here's Matt DeMellis. Goes for Callan. Pushing ahead now. The Stingrays trying to play it. They turn it over to Callan in the neutral zone. Whiffs on the dump. And the Stingrays defense gets it back. Eric Middendorf had a goal on Wednesday morning. The former Adirondack Thunder. He dumps it in. And it ends up going up to the far boards here. Turnover from Worcester. Kept at the blue line by South Carolina. Into the slot. A shot and a save made. It spits out to the near side. Railers look to get it right back now. Held here near board, South Carolina's Jeremy Davidson from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Keeps it in for the Stingrays. Back up to the left point now. Held here by John McDonald, who had a 3-point game on Wednesday morning. Had a goal to make it a 1-0 lead. He had the first goal of the game for the Stingrays, and then ultimately scored 2 assists on some empty netters. It comes all the way back down inside of the Worcester zone now, down to our right. It's fended off here by Bullion, and it ends up coming back up ice now, down the right wing. Colby Johnson into the attacking zone. Right now, down low beneath the goal line, up the near side now. 4 minutes into the first period, it's a 0-0 hockey game. That's played along the near side now. Shot goes wide, past the blocker hand of Bullion, and it ends up along the far boards now. Held along the blue line, shot tipped through traffic, goes wide left. Puck squirts out to the near side, loose in the slot. Railers find it. Jack Randall on the race. Here he comes, trying to split the defense. Randall walks in, shot. Rebound off the end boards. Rapace looking to close in. Stingrays get it. They look to push the pace. Dumped in. Jamie Engelbert, he'll go off for a change now. The Railers will look to pick it up now. Here they have it. Jordan Kaplan skating it ahead. Pass to the near side. Randall right back into the slot, and a shot from Barrier. That goes up high, 15-20 to go in the first period. A 0-0 game so far here. Railers and Stingrays for the second of 4 games this season between the two teams. Railers have struggled a little bit here against the Stingrays all time here at home. Ultimately against this Stingrays team here at the DCU Center. Looking at a 1-7 record all time. Trying to take it to these Stingrays here tonight. Rapace on the near circle. His shot fended off by Isley, and it comes back to the far boards. Now in the corner, Rapace holds on. Tied up, far wall, in to help out Kaplan. Kaplan pushes it back up for Rapace, swings it up to the point barrier. Throws it right back into the slot, looking for Randall. He was locked up with a Stingray, and now down ice it goes. That's going to be icing. Railers will get the puck, or at least we'll get a face-off inside of the attacking zone in just a moment here. So face-off coming in just a moment. Railers right now have Loughran out there with Copperwood and Piercy. Face-off to the near dot. Ends up coming back now to the end boards. Cleared up and out by South Carolina. And thrown right back in now by Worcester. So back and forth here. Shots right now in favor of South Carolina, 4-3. They've gotten a little more momentum going in their favor now, South Carolina. Comes right back up the far side. Now here it goes. Worcester on the rush, down the right wing. Griffin Loughran around the defense, walking in, shoots it wide left. Ends up coming back to the near side now. Copperwood throws it right back down to the wing. Here he gets it to Piercy, right back to Copperwood, filling in left point. Railers getting a swap on D. Shot goes off the end boards. Loose out there now on defense. Klee on that right D. Throws it down low. Squeaks out to the near side. First one to it, Griffin Loughran. Comes right back up now. That's going to be held on to here by South Carolina. Down the right wing side they go. Combs. He's caught up by Luce, gets it off of his stick, but then Sustilev in for support for South Carolina, and he now holds on to it. It comes back now to the near side, held here by South Carolina. 13:48 to go in the first period. Shot, that's blocked. Another shot on the follow-up attempt ends up going off of glass. It was a diving effort from South Carolina and Micah Miller, but ended up going off glass. We head to a break. We're back in about 60 seconds. Don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Okay, and here we go. We got an ASE certified technician diagnosing a brake cylinder. And wow, I think he's got it, folks. He's bringing the customer in to take a look, showing her where the issue is and how he can best fix it. She's asking some questions. He's giving some answers. And there we go. She's smiling. She's happy to have her car fixed by a pro for a great deal and to be getting back on the road safely. From tires to timing belts and everything in between, folks. Turn to VIP. Tires and service.
Workers Credit Union certified financial coaches are ready to help take the stress out of money. They listen and understand with no judgment, no jargon, and work with you to create a personalized plan tailored to reach your goals. Whether you're trying to improve your credit score, increase your savings, or looking towards the future, Workers Way coaches can help you at any stage of life. Workers Way Financial Coaching is a benefit of Workers Credit Union membership. Visit us at WCU.com or find a convenient location near you, like Grove Street in Worcester.
This is number 26, Connor Welsh, defense for your Worcester Railers. You're listening to Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon. Now back to Tim Foley with the action.
The last time the Railers took down the Stingrays here at home, it was back on March 18th, 2022. A 3-0 routing of the Stingrays, thanks to a goal and 2 assists from Blake Christensen, and a goal and assist each from Jacob Hayhurst and Reese Newkirk. South Carolina, they score. Shot from the right circle from Sustilev. Met with some traffic out in front, but it finds a lane through. It goes top shelf past Bullion, and it makes it a 1-0 Stingrays lead. 13:36 to go in the first period. It was not long off the face-off. Drawn up play here for South Carolina. Sustilev got the pass right back from the defense and ended up beating Bully on glove side. So that makes it 1-0 here for Sustilev. That's going to go down as his second goal of the year. Hailing all the way from Russia. Now up to 6 points on the season in this, his 7th game played. That goes all the way back down beneath the net, held here by South Carolina. And we see the Railers now pick it up inside of their own zone. Held here along the far side. Defense gets it back. Brendan Rons goes over to the near boards. Jack Randall now has it here. Into the attacking zone, just offside. We'll see a face-off in a moment here. 13:06 to go in the first period. Alexander Sustilev, former third-round pick in the 2022 NHL entry draft by the Washington Capitals, picked 70th overall back in 2022, only 20 years old. Dual citizenship, Russia and Sweden. He's played 1 game this year with the Hershey Bears, the AHL affiliate of the Washington Capitals and South Carolina Stingrays, but he's by and large been spending his time here, not here per se, but with this South Carolina team in the ECHL. See a face-off all the way back down to our left in a moment here, inside of the Stingrays zone after the Railers get an icing in their favor. It'll be off to the near dot in just a moment here. It's going to be Griffin Lochran on the right wing of Matthew Copperroot and Riley Piercy. Now to the near side, held along the point by Ryan Verrier. He'll throw that out in front. It's blocked by the midriff of Blake Thompson, and it'll come back up along the far boards now. Held here by South Carolina. They flip it down the left wing side. That's going to be another icing here against the Stingrays, and we'll see another face-off inside of the South Carolina zone. It's early in the game, but if you're Worcester, try and take advantage of these icings as much as you can. Free setup in the attacking zone. Still early in the week, relatively early. Both of these teams playing 4 and 5s this weekend. South Carolina will head up to Maine for 2 games after tonight on Saturday and Sunday, and then the Railers are going to head up to Trois-Rivières, Quebec to face off against the Trois-Rivières Lions coming up on Saturday and Sunday as well. It's going to be a puck along the far side here. Copperwood can't quite keep it in. Stingrays hurrying down the left wing side now. Here they come down the left wing. Micah Miller, pass cross ice, right back out in front, and a save made by Bullion. Some back and forth give and go between South Carolina's Austin McGarrett and Connor Moore. Excellent stop there from Bullion as he's able to make the save. Comes right back down inside of the South Carolina zone. No icing. Railers will go for a wholesale change, and now South Carolina trying to take advantage of it. Right back up ice. Here they go. Locus tries to put it on net. Cannot quite do so. Back up to the point. Shot from South Carolina. Save made. It was blocked out in front. It goes off into the far corner, and it's now to the near side. 11:43 to go here in the first period. It's a 1-0 South Carolina lead. Railers trying to chase it ahead. Held now here by Jacobs. Goes over for Johnson, and it's played off the end boards now. Right back up to the right side. Shot from Jacobs. That's blocked down low. Jacobs gets it back now beneath the net. Brought down to the ice, loses an edge. It's held here by South Carolina. Trying to hold on to it, Jamie Engelbert to the near side now. Picked up here by South Carolina, and they carry it ahead. Down the left wing, slapped in toward Bullion, and he'll have no choice but to cover here. 11:13 to go in the first period of play, and it's going to be a 1-0 South Carolina lead here with that 11:13 to play as mentioned. Face off in a moment, off to the near dot inside of the Worcester zone, down to our right. Out there right now for the Railers, it's Kaplan with Randall and Rapace. Defensively, Luce currently out there with Connor Welsh. It is picked up here now by South Carolina inside of the Worcester zone. They have it along the near corner. Railers with some pressure on. Right back out in front. Save made by Bullion, trying to hold on to the rebound. He can't. Right back out in front. Another putback that's blocked all the way to the blue line this time, and it is held on to now. Picked up here by South Carolina. They'll go back over to the far side. That's going to be thrown down ice, and that's going to be an icing here. 10:45 to go in the first period. Taking a brief look at the out-of-town scoreboard. As we mentioned, Trois-Rivières is going to be hosting Worcester, and Maine's going to be hosting South Carolina. Those two teams actually facing off against one another right now of the Colisée Videotron. A 3-3 home weekend for the Lions, playing Maine once and then Worcester twice before coming down to Worcester next weekend. Face-off goes off to the far dot inside of the South Carolina zone. Flipped up and out. Railers were hoping for a little bit of a delay of game penalty there, but it ended up connecting with the glass. Otherwise, taking a brief look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Other games going on with the North Division. Indies leading Wheeling 1-0 right now, and Norfolk and Toledo are tied 0-0. Adirondack and Reading playing as well right now. Reading with a 1-0 lead over the Thunder. Puck comes right back down low beneath the net of Isley, and back up ice go the Stingrays. Down the left wing side into the attacking zone. They hold on to it here, backhanded. That is broken up by Worcester nicely. Rons chases after it. Here's Rons now down low beneath the net. Knocked away from the puck by South Carolina and Micah Miller. Right back up to the point. Stingrays holding it in here. They've had decent possession across these first 10 minutes as we're about halfway through the first period. Here's Jack Randall trying to carry it in onside, dumps it ahead. South Carolina finds it. Good forecheck here from Kaplan. Railers trying to close in. They get it to Rapace. He squeaks in. Shot blocked. That comes right back up the near side. Kept here by Worcester at the blue line. Now racing down low to pick it up. Kaplan trying to get a stick on it. In there's DeMellis as well. Kaplan brought down to the ice. Gets right back up on his feet. He's got a Stingray on him. Trying to take it to him. Here's Miller trying to bat it out for the South Carolina Stingrays. Good forecheck here from Matt DeMellis, the Hingham kid, trying to hold on to it. Now he gets it down low beneath the net. Holds on near goal line. Walks in. Puts it right out in front. It misses a stick of Jordan Kaplan, who is intent on slapping it on net. Rapace finds it. Pass right back out in front. That goes up nearly out of play. If it weren't for that slightly elevated pane of glass just toward the Zamboni door, that would have been gone. Shot from Verrier from the left point. That goes off into the opposite corner. Railers carrying some pressure now here. Klee along that far blue line. Keeps it in. And Kaplan will go in to retrieve it. Railers swap out a couple of pieces. Verrier steps up. He intercepts. Pass into the slot. Back for Klee. Right side. Shot save made. And finally, everyone will get to catch their breath. Great sequence there for the Railers as they managed to push South Carolina to their limit for a moment. Saw a couple of Stingrays doubled over as they'll head to a breakdown on the ice. We keep it here in-house as we will take a look now at the out-of-town scoreboard in its entirety, give you an idea as to every other game going on tonight in the ECHL. Starts with Reading and Adirondack. As mentioned, a 1-0 game between the Royals and Thunders. Shane Seller has his first of the year as he's got Reading up 1-0. Parker Cahagan 11 saves on 11 shots. Reading, they only have one shot so far in the game with about 2.5 to go in the first period, and it went in on Jeremy Brodeur. An interesting one, to say the least, so far from Cool Insuring Arena. Otherwise, Trois-Rivières 1-0 over Maine at the moment. Yakov Novak has that 5th goal of the season. He has the Lions up 1-0. Otherwise, around the league, Atlanta's leading Jacksonville 1-0. Kalamazoo's ahead of Fort Wayne 1-0. Toledo and Norfolk are tied 0-0. Indy is ahead of Wheeling 1-0. Other games dropping the puck later on tonight. Bloomington is visiting Cincinnati. Iowa is hosting Wichita. Utah is going to be in Allen. Rapid City will be in Idaho. And Tulsa is visiting, Tahoe. That's right at the Tahoe Blue Event Center. The lone team to play their home games in the Pacific time zone. Comes right back for the Railers right off the offensive zone face-off. A shot from Andrei Bakanov rides high, goes up and out of play. And we see a stop in the action. 9:03 to go in the first period here. Tim Foley still with you as we bring you more exciting Worcester Railers hockey for you here on a Friday night from the heart of the Commonwealth. Face-off inside of the South Carolina zone down to our right. Anthony Callan leans in. South Carolina takes the draw. 9 minutes to go in the first period. Near side, Donhauser keeps it in. Goes low for Bakanov. Trying to find somebody out in front. Callan taken down to the ice. Comes right back up to the right point. Welsh just keeps it in. Does a nice job holding the line. Railers get it to Donhauser, who keeps it and sends it further into the zone. Bakanov taps it for Callan. Puts on the brakes. Trying to find some room to work with here. Here's Callan. Turns it right back out in front. He's met with a curtain of Stingrays, and it comes right back into the near circle here. And it's right back inside of the Worcester zone now. Comes all the way down to our right. Held here by Connor Welsh down low beneath the net of Bullion. Railers have had a good last 2 minutes here, trying to keep that pressure on as they look to find it now inside of the neutral zone. Cole Donhauser then sends it ahead, no icing, as the Railers will go off for a full change. Down to the near side, picked up here by the Stingrays. Locus gets it right back now. Rons holds on. He's taken down. Heavy forecheck coming out from South Carolina's Ben Haverchek, and it's now right along the goal mouth here. Picked up by Copperroot and up by Sko the Railers. Now down the right wing side. Race for the puck. Loughran pushes it ahead. He's taken down to the ice, and it comes back for Copperroot now. Loughran right back on his feet. Copperroot trying to get it over for Loughran. Puck played into the slot. Scooped up here by South Carolina and thrown all the way back down ice. No icing. They'll say it was ushered along here. Brendan Rons was trying to give it some time. Now back up ice. Here comes Worcester. Loughran down the right wing. Cross-ice pass off the near boards. Copperroot trying to leave it back. He sends it for Piercy. Railers have to get back onside. 7:12 to go in the first period. It's a 1-0 South Carolina Stingrays lead. Lone goal of the game so far in this one comes off the stick of Alexander Suzdalev. Now down the near side, played further ahead. It's back up to the far boards now, up to the point. Klee, a shot that goes off the blocker of Isley, and it comes back now to the near boards. Worcester looking to maintain possession, found down low beneath the net by Blake Thompson, and it is moved back up ice now by South Carolina. Railers can't hold on to it. Klee getting back into his own zone here, looking to hold on. Played down beneath the goal line, pass out in front. Bullion gets a stick on it. Another chance, that one elevated up and out of play by Justin Nakbar. And we see a face-off in just a moment here. 6.5 to go in the first period, as it'll be a face-off in a moment right inside of the Worcester zone. Shifty as ever, Griffin Loughran. He's already looked good so far here this evening, making some plays in the attacking zone, trying to shift through the defense. Trying to keep that going and convert it into a goal. 6.5 to go in the first period here. Held by South Carolina. Elevated shot up high on Bullion. He makes the stop. It bounces back out now beneath the net. Off to the near side here. Stingrays hold on. Kupka cycles it back down low. Combs rises up from the goal line. Barrier slaps at it with the backhand. Comes up the far side, and a race for the puck is on. Rapace trying to beat out the likes of Moore. Gets there first. He has it beneath the net. Being held all along the way, and South Carolina will get it back. Cleared back up ice into the neutral zone. Stingrays hold it here. Combs dumps it off as it's now held here by Nakbar. He enters the attacking zone, plays it further into the end, and it now comes back down into the far boards. Grant Cruikshank trying to stay on the puck. Railers push him off. It's a race now, as there's going to be no call on that check on Colby Johnson. He didn't have the puck, but he was sent clearly down to the ice. Fans here at the DCU Center not too happy as they're letting the officials hear it here in-house. It's going to be a face-off in a moment right back inside of the South Carolina zone with 5:36 to go in the first period. An icing call against the Stingrays. Assists on that Suzdalev goal. McDonald got an assist, so for him that's his 5th of the year, his 3rd against the Railers already this season. Grant Cruikshank picks up an assist as well. He's up to now 9 points in 10 games played. South Carolina holds on back inside of their own zone, and now here they look to move up ice. Down the left wing side, cross ice pass. Cruikshank cutting through the neutral zone. Can't hold on to it, tries to dump it ahead. It is played right back down inside of the Worcester zone. Dumped in by the Stingrays. Railers look for it here, near corner. 5:14 to go in the period. Elevating from beneath the goal line, South Carolina. They have it. Left point. Going back down the left wall. Walking into the goal line. Shifted out in front between the legs. McDonald was trying to finish, but he couldn't carry it on his stick still. That's flipped up and out of play. Railers are going to be shorthanded when we return. Under 5 to go in the first. We're back in 60 seconds. This is Worcester Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Open doors, spark new passions, and create endless opportunities with a free college education. Mass Reconnect is truly the gift that keeps on giving. If you are a Massachusetts resident, 25 years or older, and do not have a college degree, you could earn your degree free at Quinn-Sigamond Community College. Classes are starting soon, so learn more today. Find out if you qualify at qcc.edu/massreconnect.
Looking for a trusted auto body repair shop? Franchi Brothers Auto Body has been serving Worcester County since 1936. That's 4 generations of quality service right here in the heart of Worcester. We're an OEM certified shop where safety is always our top priority. Whether it's a fender bender or a major collision, we work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road fast. Visit us today at 258 Shrewsbury Street and keep an eye out for our brand new state-of-the-art facility coming soon at 8 Nebraska Street.
Let's get back to more Worcester Railers hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon.
Railers to the penalty kill. Connor Welsh will sit for 2 minutes, delay of game, as he lofted the puck outside of the bounds of play. So he will have to sit for 2 minutes. The penalty killers out there now for Worcester. Anthony Callan alongside Cole Donhauser with Griffin Luce and Ryan Dickinson. It comes back up to the blue line. Railers watching as the Stingrays move it around the perimeter. Passed through the crease, comes back to the near side, up to the right point, held here by Thompson. Stingrays with it around the perimeter. They give it back up to the deep slot. Chipped out here by Callan, and here he comes, Anthony Callan. He's trying to race with Donhauser. He's onside, centering feed. It goes back to nobody as the Stingrays look to turn it the other way. Now into the attacking zone, Middendorf's drive. Save made with the upper body of Michael Bullion. And now the Railers get it right back. They backhand it all the way down ice. Good initial effort from Callan to jump the puck and make the play down the right wing and headed to the attacking zone, but just a misread on the rush down ice. He had Donhauser right in the paint. He instead was hoping for another trailer, and they weren't there. So Stingrays ultimately aren't able to get anything of it. The puck is right now inside of the Worcester zone down to our right along the blue line, carried down the left wing side. Engelbert gives it off. Now to the near side, Suzdalev. He's got one so far here tonight. Now to the near side, one-timer, Cruikshank, Bullion. He ties himself tightly to that near post, and it comes back to the other side. Shoots, they score. A heavy one-timer from Micah Miller on that left circle. Ends up ricocheting all around the net of Bullion, and it becomes a 2-0 Stingrays lead with 3:42 to go in the first period. South Carolina on Wednesday morning went 0 for 1 on the power play. Railers were successful in their lone penalty-killing effort on Wednesday morning. Neither team had the special teams going on Wednesday, as Worcester was 0 for 3 in their own right, but South Carolina, they capitalized on their first chance of the evening. So it comes right back now for Dickinson, goes off beneath the net, and out of the near boards, held here by the Railers, and up ice it goes. Jack Randall inside of the neutral zone, trying to push it ahead. Rons now, it comes back to him in the defensive zone. Glove down here by the likes of Rons. It comes over to the far side now, and here is Kaplan. Chipped up the far side, played along Randall now, trying to chase it. It is in a one-on-one. Back check from South Carolina, ends up breaking it off as Eric Middendorf was able to disrupt the play. Loose, a tip out in front, and it comes back to the right point. Really excellent effort from Anthony Rapace, nearly redirecting that one on into the net. Got it right onto Isley, just couldn't get it through him. Right back into the neutral zone now, and the Railers will look to chase after it. Here's Rapace. Now down the left wing, shoots, they score! Jordan Kaplan, his first of the year, gets Worcester right back in this one. It's 2-1 with 2:39 to go in the period. These two have been great together so far this season. Rapace and Kaplan, some excellent chemistry, a little give and go as Kaplan crossed the line, gave it to Rapace. He gave it to him right back in the slot and punched it home. Jordan Kaplan now up to 7 points in 11 games played for the Railers this season. He had one of the only assists on Jack Randall's goal on Wednesday morning, so he's now on a 2-game point streak here, Kaplan. See a face-off all the way down to our right in a moment here. Inside the Worcester zone following an icing call. 2:29 to go in the first period. See the puck right back down inside of the Worcester zone in just a second. So the final scoring on the South Carolina second goal, Micah Miller, his 5th of the year. That came as a courtesy of both Jaden Lee as well as Kyler Kupka. South Carolina right back inside of the attacking zone, down to our right, 2:18 to go here in the first period. 2-1 Stingrays lead. Kaplan got Worcester right back within 1. Off to the far side, held at the blue line by the Stingrays, kept by Worcester. Now here they come. 3-on-2 into the attacking zone. Piercy, right wing to Loughran. Centering feed, looking for Piercy, comes right back to Loughran. Worcester looking to hold on to it. Here is Loughran. Goes right back down to the far corner. Piercy up to the right-hand side. Klee throws it down to the wing. Piercy blows a tire, but he manages to keep it in Worcester's favor. Comes back up to the point, kept by Klee. Really nice defensive stop along the blue line. Stingrays will break it out, but they turn it right back over to this Worcester defense. Copperwood catches it off balance, spins it away, and now here comes Worcester again. However, Klee dragging it through, flip to the near side. Loughran now looking to hold on to it. Railers getting shifty with the puck. They hold on. Now down beneath the net. Into the attacking zone they are. Here is Matt DeMellis. Far boards, back down low, looks for Callan. Callan tied up. He was tied up by Jaden Lee as it comes right back now into the neutral zone. Finds Verrier. Bobbles it for a moment, gets it away from Combs. And now here comes Matt DeMellis. Over the red line, down the right wing. He's got Don Hauser's help. Into the attacking zone. Holds on, far circle, back up to the point. Shot. Rebound, back into the neutral zone. Now here comes South Carolina. Into the attacking zone, under a minute to go in the first period. 2-1 lead for the Stingrays. Shot, save made by Bullion on a wide open Charlie Combs on the near side. He took a one-timer. That Bullion was square to all the way. That's been one of the big praises from this coaching staff so far here on the season on Michael Bullion. He has been doing a really great job of staying square whenever he's facing off against these shots, and those are the moments in which it's most important to be square to the play. You have a one-on-one operation here, 1-on-0 in that case, when it's just Combs looking in on Bullion, and you're not square, and you're leaving a guy like Charlie Combs unopposed, well, he's going to find a way to the back of the net. So Railers get away with one there, thanks as a courtesy of their goaltender, Michael Bullion. 45 seconds to go here in the first period. It comes back now to the near side. Held here by the Stingrays. They just keep it in. Down in the near circle. Combs walks in. Pass back door. Shoots and they score. Another quick one-timer here from the Stingrays. Connor Moore this time, hammering it from that far side. That'll go down as his third of the year, up to now 5 points, as that'll end up making it a 3-1 Stingrays lead. 35 seconds left in the first period. That's a tough goal to allow if you're Worcester. We'll see Colin Jacobs lean in here for the Railers. He's out there with Bakanov as well as Donhauser. Connor Welsh and Ryan Verrier are out there defensively for the Railers. 3-1 lead now for the Stingrays. Up ice, Donhauser chips it ahead down the left wing side, and it is played along the near boards. It comes back to the near side, into the Worcester zone. 21 seconds to go in the first period. Held here along the near circle, now up to the blue line. That's going to be kept in here by South Carolina. Shot glove save made by Bullion with 12.5 seconds left here in the period. So Charlie Combs is going to get the assist. Blake Thompson gets the secondary with 12.5 to go in the first period. Face off to the near dot in a moment inside of the Worcester zone. Assists on Kaplan's goal go to Rapace and Griffin Luce. As Luce, that's going to be his second assist of the year. 5 seconds to go in the first period. Rapace, on the other hand, he's now up to 11 points in 11 games. The horn sounds, the period ends, and the Railers find themselves at a deficit. We'll hear from lone goal scorer Jordan Kaplan in just a minute here down at ice level with Railers ice level correspondent Jordan Catalano. In the meantime, we will take a look briefly at the numbers here. Railers got outshot 18-9 in that first period, trying to get right back into the goal column. Into the shot column is where it's really going to start here for Worcester, wanting to get more on net. South Carolina did a good job of limiting Railers' opportunities inside of the attacking zone by just possessing the puck mostly inside of the Worcester zone. Railers going to try and get back to what they had going for most of Wednesday's game coming up in that second period. We'll have Jared now down at ice level as he'll be right alongside Railers forward Jordan Kaplan. Jared?
Number 10, Jordan Kaplan. Jordan, your game on Wednesday was a very physical game. Talk to me about the environment out here on the ice tonight.
Saturday night it's definitely slowed down a little bit. I think on Wednesday there in the morning the guys were a little bit cranky and the physicality got ramped up there. But here on Saturday it's just another unsettled game so far. The first period was a little bit back and forth. Like you saw, they got the best of us, but we're looking to come out here and have a strong start to the second.
And you just got your first of the goal. Just walk me through what you saw out there on that goal you scored.
I saw they were changing, and Welsh, he had his eyes up for a quick transition, so just kind of ran my routes like we do in practice, and Patch made a great play to find me and finish in the rest out.
And you guys are down 3-1 going into the second. Just tell me what it's going to take here to get those two back, tie things up, and go from there.
I think first and foremost, physicality is important. We need to step up in that aspect. I think we're playing our best game when we're challenging other teams physically. That and then just being hard on those pucks in front of the net. We're getting shots to the net, but like the second and third chances, they're kind of sweeping away. So if we can be better there, I think we'll have a nice result going for the rest of the game here.
All right, thank you, Jordan.
That's Jared Catalano down at ice level with Railers goal scorer Jordan Kaplan. We head to a 3-minute timeout. When we return on the other side, we will review some of the highlights from this first period of play. We'll talk about the period that was. We'll take a better look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well as some of the standings here in the ECHL's North Division. Don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers Hockey here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way.
Anytime's a good time to be Scrub-A-Dub clean.
Scrub-A-Dub's unlimited car wash plan lets you wash anytime for one low monthly price. Wash every day or every week. Your car will always be Scrub-A-Dub clean.
Anytime.
good time to be scrubbed up clean.
Fallon Health believes care carries the weight. It goes out of its way. It lends a hand and makes things better. Care listens before it talks. It's there when you need a friend, and it always keeps you going. Care. It's what Fallon Health believes in. Fallon Health. Care and coverage that goes further. To learn more about what Fallon Health is doing to improve health and inspire hope in the communities they serve, visit fallonhealth.org.
At Madrona Brothers Landscaping, we believe your yard should be more than just a space. It should be a place for laughter, for gatherings, and for lasting moments. Whether it's a cozy patio for game nights, vibrant gardens, full of seasonal color, or an outdoor kitchen for weekend barbecues, we're your one-stop shop for all your landscaping needs. We've got the tools, the expertise, and the passion to make any outdoor dream a reality. Let us help you build the perfect outdoor escape for your family. Madrona Brothers Landscaping, where your outdoor memories begin.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
The Worcester Railers make winning and scoring goals look easy. At Cornerstone Bank, we want to give you the same feeling about achieving your financial goals. With our solutions-based service and commitment to community, it's time for you to start winning with your financial future. Go online to cornerstonebank.com or find your nearest local Cornerstone branch and learn how being built on trust can help give you confidence for the future. Cornerstone Bank, built on trust, member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender.
A diamond from Saks Jewelers. It's perfect.
Time after time, new customers tell me they are amazed by the huge selection of diamond engagement rings and wedding bands we have here at Saks Jewelers. Trust me, no jewelry store in Worcester County could come close to our selection, our quality, or even our value. I'm Nick Saks, 4th generation at Saks Jewelers in Shrewsbury, Central Massachusetts' most trusted diamond retailer for over 65 years. Online at SaksJewelers.com.
It's time for the first intermission, sponsored by Saks Jewelers. Worcester Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon. Now here's Tim Foley.
Back inside the DCU Center, a 3-1 lead for the South Carolina Stingrays. So far, 20 minutes into the hockey game. Tim Foley along with you as we look to recap the period that was right here at the DCU Center. Taking a look now at the goals that were scored. Give you a rundown of the scoring. South Carolina jumped out to a 2-0 lead. They scored 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the game. Alexander Suzdalev, former third-round pick by the Washington Capitals from McDonald and Cruikshank, made it a 1-0 game. Then Micah Miller, his 5th of the year from Lee and Kupka, about 10 minutes later, almost exactly 10 minutes later, made it a 2-0 Stingrays lead. But the Railers, they then would respond just a minute and 3 seconds later with this goal to make it a 2-1 game. Now down the left wing, shoots, they score! Jordan Kaplan, his first of the year, gets Worcester right back in this one. It's 2-1 with 2:39 to go in the period. It was a nice give and go between Kaplan and Rapace. Kaplan had it going up the middle into the attacking zone, gave it to Rapace, who was posted up, got onside down the left wing, and then a little give and go right back into the slot, right down the middle, where he was able to chase it ahead and put it right past the netminder, Seth Isley, in net here today for the Stingrays. From there, though, South Carolina did respond with one more before the period ended. Just 35 seconds left in the period. Moore from Combs and Thompson, again with 35 seconds left. Moore, his 3rd of the season. Combs, that was his 3rd assist of the year. And Thompson, for him, that'll go down as his 5th assist of the year. So points have been flying around here tonight for the Stingrays so far. 9 different individuals already with points, as no one player has 2 so far here tonight, but each goal has had 2 assists to it. So that's how we got to where we are from a scoring standpoint. Regarding the goaltenders, 8 saves so far for Seth Isley on 9 shots faced in this game so far. Meanwhile, for Michael Bullion, he has had to face a lot of action so far. 19 shots against in that first period that was. He made 16 saves on those 19 shots. So far this season, the most shots that the Railers have had against them in a period is now 19. The previous high mark was 18. That was back in the first period on November the 1st in what was a 6-5 overtime win for the Railers back down at Norfolk Scope exactly 2 weeks ago in the Railers' third win of the season. That is now a new high mark on the year in regards to shots allowed in a period. So it was a busy frame for the Railers as they're going to try and settle things down coming up here in the second period in not too long. South Carolina was 1 for 1 on the power play. Only power play opportunity came with Connor Welsh going to the box 2 minutes for a delay of game call, as the power play goal scored by South Carolina made it a 2-0 Stingrays lead. That set Worcester back by 2. Still in this game, still just a 2-goal game with still 40 minutes of hockey left here from the heart of the Commonwealth, so hardly any reason to sound alarm for Worcester, but you want to have some urgency jumping into the second period. Looking now at the out-of-town scoreboard, giving you an idea as to what else is going on around the league. Right now, up in Glens Falls, New York, they're about 3 minutes into the second period. After Reading had a 1-0 lead, it was Adirondack and Ryan Wheeler, his third of the year, to tie the game up. Reading scored on their first shot of the game. They're currently only at 3 shots taken on the evening, just already 3 minutes into the second period. 23 minutes of hockey. They've not gotten a lot on net, but they're in a dogfight right now with the Thunder. We're currently out shooting them 14-3. Otherwise, around the league, Trois-Rivières still leads Maine 1-0. That's at the end of the first period. A 6-5 edge in shots for Trois-Rivières, who the Railers will visit tomorrow. Atlanta leads Jacksonville 1-0. Kalamazoo leads Fort Wayne 1-0. Toledo and Norfolk tied over from Norfolk Scope 0-0. As a barometer between the North Division and the Central Division there between Toledo and Norfolk. Heading into the second period, Indy leads Wheeling 1-0. Another battle between North and Central, although Wheeling actually playing the Central Division more this year than the North Division, despite making the leap to the North Division. Obviously, travel plays a big part in what teams are capable of doing, but it seems as though the Wheeling Nailers are seeing more action in the Central this year than the North. Otherwise, Bloomington, a 1-0 lead over Cincinnati down at Heritage Bank Center. That's about midway through the first period there. Other games getting started soon. Wichita will be visiting Iowa. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes, 7 o'clock Central Time. That's 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Otherwise, Utah and Allen getting ready to drop the puck as well. Rapid City is in Idaho. Tulsa is in Tahoe. And that's a look around the ECHL at some of the games going on here tonight. Taking a look now at the standings in the North Division. Didn't have a chance to do this pregame. As we take a look at the North specifically, the Norfolk Admirals currently atop the North Division. They've had a good start to their year. 6 wins, 2 losses, and 3 overtime losses. 15 points in 11 games played. The Wheeling Nailers right on their tails. They have 6 wins as well, but they have 3 regulation losses and just 1 overtime loss. So they're 2 points behind the Norfolk Admirals with 1 less game played. So neck and neck in that sense. Wheeling's on a 5-game point streak. Norfolk's on a 9-game point streak coming into tonight. Reading currently with 12 points in 13 games, a 5-6-2 record to their credit. They're in 3rd. Railers are in 4th right now at 5-5 across the first 10 games of their season. Adirondack, who has somehow only played 6 games coming into tonight, what is the fewest games played total coming into today. They're not tied with anyone else. Jacksonville, the next lowest team at 7. So Adirondack getting into some action now here tonight as they face off against the Reading Royals. As mentioned, they're currently in 5th right now, but they have 9 points in 6 games played. It's not for a lack in effort that they're in 5th. They are actually in a great spot. They have the best winning percentage in the North Division right now. Looking at the league as a whole, they're currently in 3rd if you're judging it by winning percentage. Otherwise, currently in 6th in the division, the Trois-Rivières Lions, as they are at 4-3-1. They're just a point above 500. And then the Maine Mariners at 4-5-0. 8 points in 9 games played so far for the Mariners, as they're looking to get back to 500 if they can win against Trois-Rivières here tonight up at the Colisée. The Railers and the Stingrays currently locked in a 3-1 battle. South Carolina leading 3-1. When we return, we head to a 3-minute break. When we're back on the other side, we'll get you ready for some second period hockey. Until then, don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers Hockey here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Prince LaBelle is proud and excited to become a member of the Railers family in the greater Worcester community. We are a full-service law firm that provides unparalleled client service across the entire range of legal needs and industries. The firm's Worcester office leverages the depth of a premier Boston law firm with the familiarity and knowledge of its Worcester attorneys. Prince LaBelle's expansion into Worcester is led by a team of longtime legal and community leaders. Visit princelabelle.com for more information. Thank you, and go Railers.
Okay, and here we go. We got an ASE certified technician diagnosing a brake cylinder, and wow, I think he's got it, folks. He's bringing the customer in to take a look, showing her where the issue is and how he can best fix it. She's asking some questions, he's giving some answers, and there we go. She's smiling, she's happy to have her car fixed by a pro for a great deal and to be getting back on the road safely. From tires to timing belts and everything in between, folks. Turn to VIP, tires and service.
Workers Credit Union certified financial coaches are ready to help take the stress out of money. They listen and understand with no judgment, no jargon, and work with you to create a personalized plan tailored to reach your goals. Whether you're trying to improve your credit score, increase your savings, or looking towards the future, Workers Way coaches can help you at any stage of life. Workers Way Financial Coaching is a benefit of Workers Credit Union membership. Visit us at WCU.com or find a convenient location near you, like Grove Street in Worcester.
Open doors, spark new passions, and create endless opportunities with a free college education. Mass Reconnect is truly the gift that keeps on giving. If you are a Massachusetts resident, 25 years or older, and do not have a college degree, you could earn your degree free at Quinn-Sigamond Community College. Classes are starting soon, so learn more today. Find out if you qualify at qcc.edu/massreconnect.
Looking for a trusted auto body repair shop? Franchi Brothers Auto Body has been serving Worcester County since 1936. That's 4 generations of quality service right here in the heart of Worcester. We're an OEM certified shop where safety is always our top priority. Whether it's a fender bender or a major collision, we work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road fast. Visit us today at 258 Shrewsbury Street and keep an eye out for our brand new state-of-the-art facility coming soon at 8 Nebraska Street.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way.
Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub-clean.
Scrub-a-Dub's unlimited car wash plan lets you wash anytime for one low monthly price. Wash every day or every week. Your car will always be Scrub-a-Dub clean.
Anytime.
Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub-clean.
Worcester Railers Hockey plays here. 98.9 Nash Icon, WORC-FM, Webster, Worcester, a Cumulus media station.
Back inside of the DCU Center, a 3-1 deficit for the Worcester Railers heading into the second period of play here from downtown Worcester, Massachusetts. Tim Foley along with you as we set the stage for the second period coming up in just a few short moments. Railers trailed 2-0 heading into, or to open up the game here, I should say, as it was goals from Sustalev and Miller to set South Carolina ahead. Jordan Kaplan got one late for the Railers with just under 3 minutes to go in the first period, but from there, Connor Moore, his third of the year with just 35 seconds left, went on to make it a 3-1 South Carolina lead. So the Railers trying to earn back some momentum that they had at the end of the first period that they saw slip away, looking to battle back here early on and get things going in the right direction. Railers outshot in that first period officially 19-9 as it stands through the first 20 minutes. Michael Bullion's been busy so far here today. He has faced 19 shots. He's made 16 saves. Otherwise, Seth Isley on the other side of things. He's made 8 saves on 9 shots so far for South Carolina. Both goalies have looked good, but Bullion's seen a lot of high-quality chances to this point. Railers are going to try and limit those opportunities for South Carolina. They've been moving the puck around well inside of the Worcester zone. Railers have to try and lock down here tonight. It's the first game of the season in which defenseman Matias Raniemi is not in the lineup here for the Railers. Raniemi, through the team's first 10 games of the season, did not have any points on the year, but even still, he had been a consistent presence on that third pairing for the Railers. Not in here today. It's Brendan Rons who ends up slotting in for the first time in a Railers jersey. Out there on the ice right now for the Railers, the goal scorer Kaplan alongside Rapace and Randall. It's Connor Welsh with Griffin Luce, the 2 defensemen out there for Worcester. It comes back now down low beneath the net of Bullion. Shot, and they score. Just 13 seconds into the second period. South Carolina wastes no time. They go up top shelf on Bullion, and it ends up becoming a 4-1 lead for South Carolina. Kyler Kupka, his 5th of the year, 2nd point of the night. It's 4-1 South Carolina. After Combs tried to jam it on that far post, Bullion was over, tied up. And that is going to end up rebounding back out to the forward in Kupka, and then he sends it top shelf. And that is going to be the night for Railers goaltender Michael Bullion. Faced 20 shots on the night, allowed 4 goals as he is pulled here tonight for Worcester. Henrik Tikkanen is going to get right back into net for Worcester as he will step in. Tikkanen's first action here for the Railers since down in Norfolk, Virginia, where the Railers were taking on the Norfolk Admirals. It was in the 4-2 loss for the Railers that they ended up last playing Tikkanen. Tikkanen made 23 saves on 26 shots faced across his 58.5 minutes played on that Sunday to wrap up the week down at the Scope. Puck comes back up to the right point. Klee, a shot that goes off into the blocker of the netminder in Isley. A pop fly he ends up fending off. 40 seconds into the second period now. Cross-ice pass goes over the stick of Sustalev. Railers now trying to bring some numbers. Here's Copperwood. Up to the left wing, Piercy. His cross-ice pass jammed up. Copperwood picks it up. Goes right back down to the goal line. Shot right along the goal line. It bounces back up to the blue line. And now here come the Stingrays. Into the attacking zone. Cross-ice shot. That is fended off by Tikkanen. Delayed penalty coming here against the Railers as Piercy touches up. And we'll see a Worcester penalty coming up once again here. 18:53 to go in the second period. Holding going to be the call here against Mason Klee. We'll see a face-off inside of the Worcester zone down to our left in a moment. Anthony Callan, he'll lean in. He's out there currently with Griffin Luce alongside Brendan Rons and Cole Donhauser. Railers trying to win the drawback. They do. It comes up to the far side. Flipped up and out of the zone. Goes all the way down. And it's a race for the puck. Anthony Callan trying to battle up against Thompson. It was bobbled off the stick of Isley for a moment. And it ends up coming right back down low beneath the net. Down to our right. Stingrays now look to move up ice as one. Thompson down the right wing side. Pushes it ahead. Trying to find Middendorf. Streaking down the right wing. Now to the near boards. Up ice, here come the Railers, now in through the neutral zone. Callan into the attacking end, down the right wing. He's got a couple of Stingrays on him, and it comes right back now. Nakbar ended up bouncing off of Charlie Combs as it lands right back inside of the Stingrays zone. Here's Thompson into the attacking zone, delayed offside against South Carolina. They touch up. We'll see a face-off right inside of the neutral zone in a moment here. Klee still in the box for another 72 seconds. 6:04 to go in the second period. See a face-off inside of the neutral zone now. It's going to be Cruikshank going up against Andrei Bakanov in just a second. As Bakanov waits eagerly his opponent. Ryan Dickinson's having a conversation currently along that left wing. He and Cruikshank mouthing off with one another here. Looks like the linesman and Matthew Heinen is trying to block the face of Cruikshank, and Dickinson's going to get tossed out of the wing here. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen. So it looks like as a result of that infraction, Rapacci will have to lean in to take the face off instead of Bakanov, and Stingrays end up winning it. As a result, now off to the far side, the South Carolina Stingrays look to move up ice. 60 seconds to go, and Clee's penalty down the right wing. Now here come the Stingrays. Right back out in front. Shot save made by Tikkanen. Net is knocked well off its moorings, and it comes right back down low beneath the net. We'll see a face-off in a moment. See where they end up deciding to put it. 17:47 to go in the second period. Under a minute to go here on Clee's penalty. The face-off will be to the near dot in a moment. Railers on the penalty kill 0 for 1 so far today. Stingrays were successful in their first go-around on the season coming into tonight. South Carolina operating at about a 21% clip, 6 of 28 so far through their first 9 games of the year. Face off to the near dot, tied up, and they're going to have to redo it again here. Bakanov and Cruikshank trying to lock up with one another. Ryan Dickinson getting physical and into the fray. Engelbert will have to step in now and take the face-off here for South Carolina. One back here by the Stingrays as it's now up along the blue line. Penalty killers out there for Worcester. It's Bakanov, Dickinson, Welsh as alongside Rapacci. Far side, back up to the blue line. Stingrays cycling it around. Railers now push it out of the zone, and they chase. Now to the near side. You see Lee try to push it down the ice. Railers will swap out. Now out there is Jordan Kaplan and Ryan Verrier. Still Rapacci and Dickinson. Dickinson now goes off. Puck ends up back down low to our right beneath the net of Isley. Back up the far wing. Rapacci heads off. Randall in his steed. He will hurry into the defensive zone. Stingrays have it here. Far side. Sustev goes right back up to the point. Up to the near side. Cruikshank cross ice pass. Railers on a diamond out in front here. Lee holding on to it. Now to the near side. Cruikshank cross ice pass to the right circle. Clee out of the box in a second here. Right back into the slot. Mishandled for a moment. Sustev gets it back. Now down to the near boards. Here's Miller. Walks in. Shoots. Blocked up. Sustev left wing. Drags it through. Stopped up nicely by Ryan Verrier. And it comes right back down into the end boards now. Worcester trying to push it out of the zone. It's up to the far boards. Clee trying to shovel it out as well. Into the action there as he does. And it goes right back now to the South Carolina defense. 3.5 gone in the second period here. Railers looking for it in the neutral zone. Jordan Kaplan gets a jump on it. Bat to the side. And it is collected by Worcester inside of their own zone. Jack Randall looking for the puck here. Finds it inside of the neutral zone. He'll send it down the right wing side. It lands all the way down beneath the net of Isley. And he'll play it out. The netminder up all the way up to his own team. It comes back up ice now. Worcester trying to push the puck into the South Carolina zone. Good forecheck here from Welsh and Jacobs. Right back down ice, down the left wing side. That's pushed all the way down low, and we'll see a face-off right back inside of the South Carolina zone to our right in just a moment. 15:54 to go in the second period, as we'll see a face-off down to the near side inside of the South Carolina zone. Welsh is out there with Luce. And this is where you bring out the big guns. You got Copperwood, Piercy, and Loughran all out there. This top line for Worcester trying to generate some energy here. Railers have been on the back foot for more time in this period than they would have liked. As that puck goes up and out of play, tipped along the way, so we'll have another face-off inside of the South Carolina zone in a moment. About 4 minutes into the second period, each side only has one shot officially on net. Copperwood with Loughran still. Piercy out there as well. Welsh and Luce additionally. Welsh has been Worcester's best offensively minded defenseman so far. Really helping to take care of the puck so far this year. Welsh currently up to 10 points in 10 games coming into tonight. Right back up to the blue line. Keeps it in. That'll be sent toward net. Held up in the slot. Batted back up ice by Middendorf and the Stingrays. And now it's sent right back down the right wing. Off into the far corner. Griffin Luce looks to play it. Welsh has it now beneath the net. It's also a +9 so far on the season, Welsh. Good things generally tend to happen when he's out there. Here he is into the attacking zone. Shoots. It goes off a Stingray. McDonald ends up back down low. Piercy shovels it up to the point. Loose. Sends it out in front. Tipped. It goes wide right. Back now to Welsh near side. Held here by Copperroot. Can't keep a handle on it. It goes back inside of the neutral zone. Dumped in by Worcester. And they go off for a change. New bodies out there for the Railers. 15 minutes to go in the second period. It's back down low beneath the net all the way to our right now. Held here by South Carolina. And that goes down the right wing side, and they dump it all the way down. Tipped along the way, so no icing. Tikkanen comes out to play it, and the Railers look to get out of their own zone. Some mishandling as Kaplan got pressured by a Stingray. It was nearly tipped right back into Tikkanen's net. It comes back inside of the Worcester zone once again. 14:38 to go in the second period. To the far side, the late offside with the Worcester with a moment here. Here's Mason Klee now. Back up ice they go. Here's Jack Randall down the right wing. Puts on the brakes. Cross ice pass. Just misses the tape of barrier. Tries to keep it in. Can't do so. South Carolina now looking to push. Rapace comes back up to clean up the puck. Here he comes now into the attacking zone. Down the left wing. Shakes through the defense a little bit. He's got Combs on his back. Comes back now for Verrier. Klee right side. Shoots. Goes high. Hits off the post. And it comes back to the far boards. Now into no man's land. Kaplan finds it. He squirts it down low for Rapace. Collects on his backhand. Switches with Kaplan. Kaplan pinned up against the boards here. He's got Kupka on his back. Now it's sent to the near side. Klee looking for it. Comes right back over for Kaplan. He'll cycle it up the boards. Goes back to the left point. Verrier walks the line a little bit. Shoots. Goes off the end boards. Worcester looking to get it right back on net. Can't find it. It comes back up the near side. Dumped down by South Carolina. Not hard enough to head the full 200. So both sides will take the time to get a change off. Klee sends it off the stick of Callan. It goes tipped beneath the net of Isley, and the Railers are right back on the forecheck. Donhauser out there right now with DeMellis and Callan. It comes back to the near side, and that'll be played down low. Here is DeMellis shielding the puck right along the goal line. Comes back far side. Rons whiffs. It goes inches past the post. Went through the legs of Isley, and it just missed. Now all the way back down ice. That's going to be an icing. Good shift there from the Railers, but just inches away from getting one in the back of the net, unable to capitalize now with 13:10 to go in the second period. Face off in a moment, down to our right. Callan's out there right now with Donhauser. It'll be DeMellis still along with Rons and Dickinson. Railers keeping those same bodies out there they liked last time. Callan leans in for the draw. Puck tied up at the dot. It squirts out to the far side. South Carolina will get it ahead. Nice diving effort from Cole Donhauser to give it right back to Worcester despite the clear from the Stingrays. Now to the near side. Callan trying to push it along. It comes right back inside of the neutral zone now. Worcester will look to collect. 12:51 to go in the second period. Right here along the near side. Tipped by South Carolina. They intercept now and they look to enter. Jaden Lee, now to the near side, Suzdalev has it picked off his stick by Callan, and up ice goes Worcester. Down the left wing side, flipped into the attacking zone. That goes all the way down beneath the net now, and is a booming hit into the end boards. Donhauser finds it, chipped out in front. Callan went down to a knee, couldn't slam it home. South Carolina now with speed the other way. Carrying it into the attacking zone, looking for a trailer, right wing side. Suzdalev puts on the brakes, button hooks back up the right wing side. Holds on right point now, gives it further down low, walks in, shoots, blocked along the way by Luce. The effort put toward net by Engelbert, but he can't get it through. Now here's Bakanov into the attacking zone. Jacobs in pursuit as well. It goes down low beneath the net. Big hit into the end boards. Bakanov looking for it. Stingrays have it. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. Jacobs getting tied up with Engelbert. The two of them locking up here, back inside, and here we go. Jacobs and Engelbert look to drop the gloves. Jacobs can't get him off in time. Finally, he does, and it's broken up before it can really amount to anything. 11:52 to go in the second period. Engelbert and Jacobs were going back and forth inside of the South Carolina zone down to our right. They head to a break on ice level. We're back in a minute. Don't go too far. This is Worcester Railers hockey here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Fallon Health believes care carries the weight. It goes out of its way. It lends a hand and makes things better. Care listens before it talks. It's there when you need a friend, and it always keeps you going. Care. It's what Fallon Health believes in. Fallon Health. Care and coverage that goes further. To learn more about what Fallon Health is doing to improve health and inspire hope in the communities they serve, visit fallonhealth.org.
At Matrona Brothers Landscaping, we believe your yard should be more than just a space. It should be a place for laughter, for gatherings, and for lasting moments. Whether it's a cozy patio for game nights, vibrant gardens, full of seasonal color, or an outdoor kitchen for weekend barbecues, we're your one-stop shop for all your landscaping needs. We've got the tools, the expertise, and the passion to make any outdoor dream a reality. Let us help you build the perfect outdoor escape for your family. Madrona Brothers Landscaping, where your outdoor memories begin.
This is number 18, Matthew Copperroad, forward for your Worcester Railers. You're listening to Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon. Now back to the action with Tim Foley.
A 4-1 South Carolina lead here with 11:52 to go in the second period. As a result of the altercation between Engelbert and Jacobs, Worcester's actually going to hop on the power play here in just a moment. It'll be their first power play of the evening. Engelbert and Jacobs each getting 2 for roughing. There's nothing extra right now on South Carolina. So, no, it is going to be matching 4-on-4. They only had Engelbert on there, and I believe Jacobs is still looking to head to the box in a moment here. So 4-on-4 sequence. Jacobs not going to head to the penalty box. Riley Piercy's actually going to serve it. Head athletic trainer Jake Reardon and Jacobs each not on the bench right now, so Jacobs being checked out as it would be. So Piercy will serve for 2 minutes here. 4-on-4 hockey, a little more open ice. See how this ultimately ends up playing to Worcester's favor, if it can. Kaplan's out there with Luce alongside Welsh and Rapace. That'll help alleviate some of the physicality, turn it into more of a skilled game here. Worcester with plenty of skill in this lineup. Griffin Luce out there right now with Kaplan alongside Welsh and Rapace as mentioned. Here is Rapace and the Railers. As Worcester won the draw, they hold on to it inside of their own zone. They're going to be meticulous here about where they go with it. Here's Connor Welsh. They're off and running. Anthony Rapace gets the pass a little behind, so he has to regroup here. He goes back for Welsh, and Worcester once again will run their routes. Here's Jordan Kaplan from inside of his own zone, now up ice, tipped off the stick of Welsh, can't get it all the way down ice, and it comes right back now to the South Carolina defense. Now here they come, right to left, through the neutral zone, down the right wing into the attacking end, held here by the Stingrays, and it is played down low beneath the net now. To the near side it goes, held here by Kaplan, and he'll push it ahead. Over the red line, he's got some time. Luce goes off for a change. He has to drag it back inside of the neutral zone. Pressure here from Austin Magera, reigning ECHL Rookie of the Year. And Worcester ends up turning it over. Thompson gets it back to his defenseman, and now here comes South Carolina. Another 58 seconds left in this 4-on-4 sequence between Worcester and South Carolina. Now down ice, here come the Stingrays up the left wing. Carried ahead. It is collected now by Worcester. Now here comes Jack Randall. Into the attacking zone, down the right wing, Randall, cross ice into the skates of Copperrood. Can't get it ahead of him. Worcester does get it back inside of the attacking zone. Copperrood goes right into the skates of Verrier, tries to collect. It goes down low beneath the net. Now to the near side, here is South Carolina. Sets all the way back down ice. That is going to be no icing. Verrier will catch up to it now with 20 seconds left in the 4-on-4 stretch. Just about halfway through this hockey game. It's 4-1 South Carolina. Stingrays had a 3-1 lead entering the second. Then they scored just 13 seconds into the second period. The fastest goal against in a period by far this season for the Railers. Mason Klee chasing after it. Stingrays have it right out in front. Railers get back and they break it up. Back to 5-on-5. Here's Grant Crookshank. His shot blocked up. Goes off to the near corner. Held here now. Now down beneath the net. Played back up the far side. Engelbert. Can't be kept in here by South Carolina. Worcester looking to push ahead. Piercy enters onside. Looks for options. Sends it cross ice. Goes right into the skates of Crookshank. Rons and the Railers try to hold on to it. It comes back for Rons now. Inside of his own zone. Dickinson over to help out. Wrapped up the near side. as that'll be held on to now here by Worcester. Through the neutral zone, Donhauser spun up along the way, goes right back down low into the end boards, and Worcester will look to find it here. Now to the near side, Anthony Callan, inside of his own zone, playing it ahead up the left wing side. Ron's right back to Callan. Into the attacking end, broken up by Middendorf. Worcester defense gets it right back inside of the neutral zone. Ron sends it all the way down and around, comes back to the near boards now. Callan goes up the other way. Worcester looking to hold on to it. It comes back to a Stingray stick, and here they come. Into the attacking zone, Nakbar. They enter onside, down the right wing side. Shot blocked along the way, ends up in the end boards, and it comes right back down beneath the net now. Here is Connor Welsh, goes for Bakanov. Callan, right inside of the attacking zone. 8.5 to go here in the second period. Now to the near side, Magera tries to get it back to his defense. He will. Welsh is shadowing him, but it's all the way back inside of the Stingray zone nonetheless. Now to the near side, tip down ice. Welsh doing a nice piece of work on Magera. Ends up knocking the puck off his person. Stingrays get it back. They keep it deep. Now to the far side. That's sent down low beneath the net. Back up the far wing. Stingrays hold on. Shot blocked along the way. Welsh stood right in front. It ends up going off of his legs. Now it's right back up to this point. Shot. That goes off a couple of bodies. Ends up back along the far side now. Now down low. South Carolina looking to hold on to it here. Comes back from Magera. Goes back up to the right point. 7:43 to go in the second period. Right back to that center slot. Right side. That's blocked up here by Matt DeMellis. Kept by South Carolina. And finally, the Railers are able to break it out, but it's an icing, so we'll see a faceoff right back inside their own zone with 7.5 to go here in the second period. Some tired legs out there for the Railers. Been a long shift for guys like Welsh and Bakanov. Luce has been out there as well for a hot minute. Face off to the near side, inside of the Worcester zone, down to our left. Jamie Engelbert wins it back for South Carolina. It comes back up to the near side now. Held here by Engelbert. Goes down low. Right side, one-timer down to a knee. Lee slapped it on Tikkanen. It was a ricochet that was hurting around the DCU center. Comes all the way back up ice. That ends up being yet another icing. 7:12 to go here in the period. As Randall tries to hop onto the ice, Railers commit the icing infraction, so they'll have to keep the same 5 out there as with the last call. 7:12 to go in the second period. You have to be very careful here if you're Worcester. Been probably about 2 minutes that this 5-man set's been out there for the Railers. Face-off one back by South Carolina. That is going to end up coming all the way back inside the Stingray zone. Railers will go and finally get that change off. Now it comes back along the near side. That'll go all the way down the left wing into the Worcester zone. Some pushing and shoving here. Loughran now with Lee. Both of them going back and forth at one another. And they're going to send Loughran to the box here in a minute. Slashing is going to be the call. And so with that, we'll head to a break. 60 seconds and we're back. Don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
The Worcester Railers make winning and scoring goals look easy. At Cornerstone Bank, we want to give you the same feeling about achieving your financial goals. With our solutions-based service and commitment to community, it's time for you to start winning with your financial future. Go online at cornerstonebank.com or find your nearest local Cornerstone branch and learn how being built on trust can help give you confidence for the future. Cornerstone Bank, built on trust, member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender.
This is number 22, Griffin Luce, defenseman for your Worcester Railers. You're listening to Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon. Now back to the action with Tim Foley in the booth.
A 4-1 South Carolina lead, and the Stingrays go back to the power play. This will be their third chance of the night. They are 1 for 2 so far. 6:51 to go in the second period. Griffin Lochran went to the box 2 minutes for slashing. And that has now set Worcester back a man. They have sent out to kill this penalty Colin Jacobs alongside the likes of Mason Klee with Ryan Verrier and Jack Randall. Shoots, they score. Ends up just sneaking through Tikkanen. It crawled its way along the goal line on a shot from Cruikshank from the near side. And that'll make it 5-1 South Carolina. So as South Carolina leads here now 5-1, there's 6:46 to go in the second period. Face off right back at the center dot between Kaplan and McGarrah, and it ends up going right back down low beneath the South Carolina net to our right. Railers right back into the attacking zone. Kaplan holds on to it. Rapace now has it. Shot low angle. Tries to keep it along with him. The rebound, that is, that bounces back out. It is going to be brought now to the space beneath the net of the netminder Isley. Just kept in by Worcester. Here's Dickinson. Shot from the far side. Ends up going now to the far boards. And that'll come all the way back inside of the neutral zone now. Dickinson holds on. 6:08 to go in the second period. That's going to be offside. See a face-off in a moment. That's going to be right back inside of the South Carolina zone. So 2 goals for the Stingrays here in this period. Cruikshank has a goal and an assist now after he had a secondary assist on Suzdalev's goal, which was the go-ahead goal, or rather the goal that made it a 1-0 South Carolina lead. Railers going to the power play in a moment here. Cole Donhauser was tripped up. They try to capitalize on having an extra man out there on the ice as best they can. Taken into the box. 6-on-5. It's now to the near side. And it's going to be a tripping call coming up here against the Stingrays. 5:50 to go in the second period. 74 to the box. Connor Moore, the coming Georgia native. So as they take a break to scrape the ice down at ice level, we'll keep things here in-house. Take a quick look, give you an update as to the out-of-town scoreboard with 5:50 to go here in the second period. Taking a look around town, it is a 2-1 Adirondack lead. They have come back from being down 1-0 to leading it 2-1. Philip Angaras, his first of the season from Chase Isley and Andre Gontus. That has made this a 2-1 Adirondack lead. Trois-Rivières leads it 2-0 over Maine. Xavier Cormier from Charles-Antoine Plemont and Vincent Savigny on the power play. That was just a minute and a half into the second period. Otherwise, Atlanta leads Jacksonville 1-0. Kalamazoo leads Fort Wayne 3-1. Norfolk and Toledo are tied up 1-1. Reifenberger had the first goal of the game for Norfolk 29 seconds into the second period before Spezza ended up scoring his 6th of the year for Toledo with 5 minutes left in the period from Hawkins and Bliss on the power play. And that made it a 1-1 game. Wheeling and Indy 1-1. Cincinnati and Bloomington 1-1. Wichita and Iowa are 0-0. Utah leads Allen 1-0. Face off now down to our right inside of the South Carolina zone. In a moment here, Kaplan out there on the power play for the Railers. Power players for Worcester as it stands right now. Piercy with Rapace. It'll be Welsh and Copperwood as well. Kaplan out there for the Railers as well. All the way down ice, the Railers end up avoiding a breakaway from South Carolina and this penalty kill. Grant Cruikshank nearly jumped off to the races. Kaplan just slapped the puck away in time on the back check. Now to the near side, slapped around, goes up, hits off the netting, and we'll have a stop in the action. Quick face-off in a moment here. 5.5 to go in the second period. Still 1:36 left in the penalty inside the South Carolina zone, all the way down to our right. Again, tripping the call against Connor Moore. It's still that top unit, Kaplan with Piercy, Rapace, Welsh, and Copperwood. You want to get one back right now if you're Worcester. Don't waste this power play opportunity. You've been trying to make the best of these power plays you've been getting. It's been a struggle so far here, and down by 4 right now. Now's the time you want to start chipping away at it, especially with these man advantages. Here's Kaplan into the attacking zone. It goes all the way back down beneath the net of Isley to our right. 5 minutes to go here in the second. It is poked at here by Kaplan. Railers trying to dig it out now. It's tied up along the end boards. Both sides trying to play at it. Squeaks out to the blue line, and Connor Welsh is the lone man high to get a hold on it. He is being pestered here near side by McGarrett. Comes back now to the near boards. That's going to be played here by South Carolina. Goes up the far glass. Takes an odd carom off of the boards. And gets around Matthew Copperwood. That'll signal the end of the first unit's time out there on the ice. They swap out some new pieces. A whistle here as that's going to be a too many men penalty coming against the Railers. As they had 6 out there on the ice. That seemed to be the indication. It is going to be a too many men penalty, so Worcester is now going to be down a man here. So it's 4-on-4 for the next 37 seconds, after which it'll be 23 seconds a minute and 23 seconds of power play time for South Carolina. 4:26 to go in the second period. Face off to the near dot, down to our left. It is Callan and Jamie Engelbert who lean in against one another as the Stingrays get it back now. McDonald left side, fast cross ice, comes right back, and it's picked up here by South Carolina. Now the left wing side shot that goes high up into the protective netting, and here we go. Griffin loose, trying to ragdoll Engelbert in the end boards. Has a hand on the collar of his jersey, shaking him around a little bit. 4:14 to go in the second period. Worcester trying to do whatever it takes to get some energy going their way right now. 4:14 to go in the second period. Face off in a moment down to our near side here. Still 24 seconds left in this 4-on-4 stretch. They look for a new puck down at ice level. They'll get one. In to drop the puck, linesman Jack McQueston. See a face off in just a moment here. McGarrett leans in. He'll take it against Callan. Callan wins it to Luce. And Verrier gets it right back down beneath the net. Now to the near side, here comes Worcester. Griffin loose from out of his own zone. Looks to skate it ahead over the blue line. Now up ice. Here is Verrier trying to bring it up into the attacking zone, but delayed offside. And we'll have a face-off. 12 seconds left in this 4-on-4 sequence. 4:01 to go in the second period. Face-off right back inside of the neutral zone now. It's Callan out there with Welsh, alongside Luce and DeMellis. Not the way Worcester would have liked this period to go. They've allowed 2 goals in the frame without being able to get any back so far. Still 4 minutes left here in the second period. Luce is out there, as mentioned, alongside Welsh, Callan, and DeMellis. DeMellis will lean in, and he'll take it in a moment. In on the draw for the Stingrays, Grant Cruikshank. Tries to draw it back. Callan ends up springing free. Nearly gets it alone on Isley. Jaden Lee ends up just pulling it away at the last moment. And the Railers end up having to chase it inside of the attacking zone. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Power play time for South Carolina. 1 minute and 16 seconds left on this man advantage. Now here's Cruikshank down the left wing. They try to hold on to it down low now beneath the net. It is going to be played along the far side. That is chipped along, and it comes all the way back down inside of the South Carolina zone. 2 power play goals already tonight here for South Carolina. They're 2 for 3. Still another minute left in the slashing penalty to Griffin Loughran, I should say the too many men penalty on the power play. Loughran had his slash earlier. He's just serving the too many men call right now. As over to the neutral zone, it's held on to here by South Carolina. Near side they go. Sustalev waiting with it, goes cross ice, held now here by the Stingrays. They walk the line, going to the far side now. Here they have it. Walking back up to the blue line, 24 seconds left in the power play. Here's Miller, waiting left circle, goes back up for Lee, right side. Fakes a shot, walks in, broken stick, heads up. That's cleared all the way down ice. Sustalev gets one from the bench, but he'll hop right off. That thing exploded out of his hands as it ends up coming right back down to the near side now. South Carolina through their own zone. They'll skate it ahead, and now here they come. McDonald down the left wing. Loughran trying to get a stick in the way. Goes right back down low beneath the net now. Mason Klee, a big check, trying to send South Carolina off the puck. It comes right back inside of the neutral zone here. Railers trying to hold on to it offside. Loughran, as we end up seeing a face-off with 2:11 to go in the second period. Right now in this period, things just not going Worcester's way. Getting outshot 5-3, 24-12 on the game. Face-off right now inside of the neutral zone. 2:11 to go in the second period. In to take the draw, Matthew Copperwood going up against Rapace and Piercy. Or he's alongside Rapace and Piercy, I should say. Klee out there with Barrier as well on defense. Klee goes back to retrieve it here for Worcester, and they go D-to-D. Back up ice, tipped ahead, goes down low beneath the net of Isley. Railers look to pursue. Here's Rapace, fakes a shot, has it alone on the goal line, can't hold on to it. And it comes back up the far side now. Held here by Worcester. D-to-D, Klee gets it, goes up ahead. It finds its way through for Piercy. Tries to dangle it through the defense, but Connor Moore stops him up and now comes all the way back up ice. 1:42 to go. It goes into the left-hand side. Walking in. Shot. That goes over the elbow of Tikkanen. Comes back to the right point. Tipped out in front. No good. Won't go. Comes back now to the near side once again. Down low beneath the net. South Carolina looking for it. They drag it along. Comes right back up the right point. And it is tapped at here by the Stingrays. Holds on. Left circle. Combs waiting with it here. Goes back up the far side. As that is held onto here by South Carolina. It goes over the stick of the defenseman in Riley Webb. And it comes right back down low beneath the net. Tikkanen watches on as this team looks to push ahead. 1:05 to go in the second period. Up ice pass tipped by Copperwood. That goes right back down inside of the South Carolina zone. Now to the near boards. Worcester looking to hold on to it here. Welsh trying to play the puck. Bakanov now on his backhand trying to chip it out in front. It won't go. And it comes back now to the near side. Back inside of the neutral zone. Bakanov goes right up for Welsh at the red line, trying to drag it through. And right back up ice, South Carolina into the attacking zone. Shot, save Tikkanen, rebound back out to the near side. As we'll see a face-off in a moment inside of the neutral zone, it would appear. Getting ready to drop the puck in front of the South Carolina penalty boxes. As the puck comes right back inside of the neutral zone. We'll see it held onto here by Rons. Right back inside his own end of the ice. Up the left wing side, Dickinson backhands it ahead. Isley now trying to chase it along. Comes right back up the near boards. Inside of the Worcester attacking zone. It comes back now to the far side. Held here by Dickinson at the blue line. That's dumped in. No, it was onside, they say, but South Carolina springs it out pretty quickly the other way anyway. Here's Engelbert trying to drag it through as the horn sounds. Dickinson getting into it here with Engelbert as they've been going back and forth all evening long here. Things blowing up in front of the South Carolina bench, and here we go. Tikkanen drifting over in his own right. Bakanov out there. Dickinson as well as Colby Johnson right now. Johnson got into quite the tilt on Wednesday morning. He's being escorted away towards the Worcester bench. He's having a word with just about everybody on the South Carolina bench right now. He has very little fear of this Stingrays bench. The Railers trying to find some of that courage entering into the third period. Currently down 5-1 against the South Carolina Stingrays, trying to pick up a couple more goals heading into this third and final period of play. We will take a timeout, 3 minutes, and we're back on the other side with this week's ECHL Plays of the Week, put together by Joey Bottino. Don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers Hockey here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
A diamond from Saks Jewelers. It's perfect.
Time after time, new customers tell me they are amazed by the huge selection of diamond engagement rings and wedding bands we have here at Saks Jewelers. Trust me, no jewelry store in Worcester County could come close to our selection, our quality, or even our value. I'm Nick Saks, 4th generation at Saks Jewelers in Shrewsbury, Central Massachusetts' most trusted diamond retailer for over 65 years. Online at saxjewelers.com.
Prince LaBelle is proud and excited to become a member of the Raylers family and the greater Worcester community. We are a full-service law firm that provides unparalleled client service across the entire range of legal needs and industries. The firm's Worcester office leverages the depth of a premier Boston law firm with the familiarity and knowledge of its Worcester attorneys. Prince LaBelle's expansion into Worcester is led by a team of longtime legal and community leaders. Visit princelabelle.com for more information. Thank you, and go Railers.
Okay, and here we go. We got an ASE certified technician diagnosing a brake cylinder, and wow, I think he's got it, folks. He's bringing the customer in to take a look, showing her where the issue is and how he can best fix it. She's asking some questions, he's giving some answers, and there we go. She's smiling, she's happy to have her car fixed by a pro for a great deal and to be getting back on the road safely. From tires to timing belts and everything in between, folks. Turn to VIP, tires and service.
Workers Credit Union certified financial coaches are ready to help take the stress out of money. They listen and understand with no judgment, no jargon, and work with you to create a personalized plan tailored to reach your goals. Whether you're trying to improve your credit score, increase your savings, or looking towards the future, Workers Way coaches can help you at any stage of life. Workers Way Financial Coaching is a benefit of Workers Credit Union membership. Visit us at WCU.com or find a convenient location near you, like Grove Street in Worcester.
Open doors, spark new passions, and create endless opportunities with a free college education. Mass Reconnect is truly the gift that keeps on giving. If you are a Massachusetts resident, 25 years or older, and do not have a college degree, you could earn your degree free at Quinn-Sigamond Community College. Classes are starting soon, so learn more today. Find out if you qualify at qcc.edu/massreconnect.
Looking for a trusted auto body repair shop? Franchi Brothers Auto Body has been serving Worcester County since 1936. That's 4 generations of quality service right here in the heart of Worcester. We're an OEM certified shop where safety is always our top priority. Whether it's a fender bender or a major collision, we work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road fast. Visit us today at 258 Shrewsbury Street and keep an eye out for our brand new state-of-the-art facility coming soon at 8 Nebraska Street.
It's time for the second intermission report, sponsored by Citron Cooperman. Worcester Railers Hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon. Now here's Tim Foley.
From across America's premier AA hockey league, this is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slot, slap shot, off the glove, and in! Now toward the net, he scores! Out to the blue line, shot, score! Rodney scores! The goal scores! Rewrite the record book! It's a hat trick. Skates in over the line. Deeks shoots! Scores! In the slot, shot, save, game is over!
Hello, hockey fans. This is the voice of the Orlando Solar Bears, Joey Bottano, bringing you the best of a week that was in the ECHL. Let's get started Friday night in Glens Falls, New York, in front of another sellout crowd against Norfolk. Adirondack Thunder defenseman James Maroney had the save of the game in the first period in an eventual 4-3 overtime win.
Shot to the front of the net, 2 saves Brodeur. Keeping it out is Maroney. I think he batted that out of midair. What a sequence. But from up top, it looked like James Maroney might have batted that puck somehow out of...
That was Rob Lapolis on Hits 95.9 and the Thunder Broadcast Network. The Iowa Heartlanders put their foot on the gas early in the first period last Saturday in Bloomington after scoring on back-to-back shots. The Heartlanders went to a power play and accomplished something they've never done before.
Fakes to Sup, now hands off to him, circle, shot, score! That's Sup! Top shelf! 3 straight shots have gone in! Call it a hat trick! 3-0!
As for Sop, he enters the week second in the league among rookies in points and goals. David Fine with the call on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network. The Norfolk Admirals are off to a hot start this season, sitting atop of the North Division coming into the week. Last week, the Admirals went on a 4-game road trip and secured 6 out of a possible 8 points. The highlight of the road trip came in Reading on Wednesday. After a back-and-forth affair for 60 minutes, overtime would be needed to decide a winner. That's when Carson Golder came into the picture.
The 3 stays, same on the ice for Reading. Here's Sword right side. Stops, looks, goes to the center. Across the Golder, he scores! Overtime winner with
Boulder leads the ECHL with 3 game-winning goals on the season and ranks second in shots. That was Weston DeWitt with the call on the Admirals Broadcast Network. The Reading Royals have played a league-high 12 games entering this week's slate of the ECHL schedule and already have 3 shorthanded goals. Reading's captain Todd Skirving potted the first 2 shorties of the season for the Royals and received some company among the Royals' shorthanded goal club on the weekend against the Indy Fuel.
Holding Gophers back here are the Royals breaking away. It's the knee on a breakaway. Lou Felix knee, one-on-one with Goodrow. Wrist shot, scores! The 3rd shorty of the season for the Royals, and Lou Felix today his 2nd tally of his pro career. Royals in front, a 1-0 lead.
Denis' shorthanded goal helped lift the Reading Royals to a 4-2 win over Indy on Saturday and a 3-point homestand overall. That was Eric Jessberger on the Royals Broadcast Network and Flyers Radio 24/7. The Florida Everblades took 2 of a 3-game set against South Division rival Orlando. Everblades forward Logan Lambden was a one-man wrecking crew on Saturday, netting his first professional hat trick, lifting Florida to a 4-1 victory.
Hargrove centering feed. Lambden scores! It's a hat trick! Logan Lambden, 3 goals tonight for Florida.
That was Mike Kelly with the call on the Florida Everblades Broadcast Network. The Wheeling Nailers earned 5 out of a possible 6 points last week by defeating Cincinnati and Trois-Rivières. On Saturday night, the Nailers finished the week by edging the Lions 4-3. Here is Matty D. St. Fal's eventual game-winning goal called by DJ Abasala on the Nailers Broadcast Network.
Right circle, Jackson and D. St. Fal, he scores! Matty D. St. Fal off of some great work behind the net and a wide open look from the left side. A power play goal puts Wheeling up 4-1.
Last week, the Idaho Steelheads traveled to Savannah, Georgia and collected 4 out of a possible 6 points on the 3-3 weekend with the Ghost Pirates. Heading into the week, forward Hank Crone is tied for second amongst ECHL skaters in points, goals, and assists, having recorded a point in every game this season. Last Sunday, he tallied his 5th multi-point game of the season, with a pair of goals helping Idaho to a 4-2 win over Savannah.
McEachern across the blue line. McEachern, right circle. Kanade, backdoor for Crone, and he scores! Right wing, White off the bench, racing on the net. Crone finding him, save made, rebound, Crone, scores!
That was Cam McGuire with the call on KTIK The Ticket, the radio home of the Idaho Steelheads. And finally this week, we wrap up with the league's newest team, the Tahoe Night Monsters. They hit the road for the first time ever this weekend and had 2 thrilling matchups with Utah. In Game 1, rookie Adam Robbins scored his first goal of his pro career, and it capped off a 3-goal comeback in the second and third period.
Logan Nelson, once again a transition opportunity for Tahoe. They've got 3 skaters. Far side, Robbins lets it fly. Score! Adam Robbins scores his first goal as a Tahoe Night Monster. And it gives Tahoe the lead. It's 4-3.
That was Kalen Kapoor on the Night Monsters Broadcast Network. That's going to wrap up this edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. I'm Joey Patano, voice of the Orlando Solar Bears, saying keep your head up and your stick on the ice.
That was this week's ECHL Plays of the Week, as put together by Joey Patano of the Orlando Solar Bears. Doing a great job as always. Tim Foley back with you here in the second intermission. Worcester Railers currently trailing the South Carolina Stingrays by a score of 5-1 across the first 40 minutes of action here from the DCU Center. It is right now for the Stingrays been largely a special teams showcase. They've got 2 power play goals that have been really critical goals here in this game. It was one to make it a 2-0 game for the Stingrays back in the first period. Then they had another one to push it to a 5-1 lead here in the second period. 5 different goal scorers so far here tonight for South Carolina: Sustalev, Miller, Moore, Kupka, and Cruikshank. While for the Railers, Jordan Kaplan has his first of the year. That's the only one that Worcester's gotten on the board so far. Anthony Rapace had the assist, as did Griffin Luce, as Worcester's gotten those guys to contribute so far here, but everybody's looking to pitch in a little bit more, as Worcester has a lot of work ahead of them here in the third period. They're going to have to get ahead of it early in the period in order to give themselves a chance by the end of these final 20 minutes of play. Michael Bullion got pulled early in the period. He allowed a goal 13 seconds into the second period. Henrik Tikkanen ended up jumping in his stead and ended up allowing 1 goal on 5 shots faced so far back in that second period. It was on the power play as well, just barely squeaked by him as it found its way into the back of the net. Otherwise, Seth Isley's been solid for South Carolina on the other side. Hasn't had to face too much friction. He's faced 12 shots so far on the game here this evening while making 11 saves. Worcester's 0 for 1 so far on the power play. Haven't had a whole lot of chances. I'm sure they wish they would have gotten some more calls up to this point, but even still, that has not gone in their favor. You have to try and find other ways to battle through some adversity in that case, and Worcester looking to try and find that in the third. Leading shot takers for both teams. Kaplan's got 2 for Worcester, so does Klee, Welsh, and Rapace. Otherwise, for the Stingrays, right now it's Charlie Combs who's got 4. A couple of other individuals with 3 as well, including Connor Moore as well as Brandon Haverchek. So Haverchek ends up with 3 shots alongside a couple of his other Stingrays. And South Carolina right now in control, but Worcester, again, trying to knock on the door here in this third period and just get a couple on the board here. Getting ready to go up to Trois-Rivières, Quebec, heading into the night. You have a long bus ride ahead of you here. You want to try and leave it all out there while you can right now, heading into the weekend against Trois-Rivières coming up tomorrow and on Sunday. First 3-3 of the season here tonight between Worcester and South Carolina. It starts, and then, as mentioned, 2 more games across the rest of the weekend. So first time Worcester's had to put together a 3-game and 3-day performance here this season. Taking a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard, give you an update as to what's been going on around the league. Taking a look now across the ECHL. Adirondack still with that 2-1 lead over Reading early in the third period as they get going there. Trois-Rivières has an early 2-0 lead over Maine in the third period. Jacksonville and Atlanta are tied at 1-1. Kalamazoo is a 4-1 lead over Fort Wayne. Norfolk and Toledo face off against one another down at Norfolk Scope. It's a 1-1 game early in the third period there. Wheeling and Indy tied 1-1 over at West Banco Arena. Cincinnati is a 2-1 lead over Bloomington. Wichita and Iowa tied at 0-0 a minute and a half into the second period. And then then Allen in Utah tied 1-1 over at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center at the end of the first. Idaho and Rapid City getting set to drop the puck in just a moment. And then coming up at 7:30 Pacific time, so not for another hour and a half, Tahoe is hosting Tulsa over at the Tahoe Blue Event Center. So plenty of late starts here across the ECHL tonight as the Railers are hoping that their late start here can turn into something in this third period coming up. They're going to be down by 4 heading into the third. We're back in just a few short minutes. Don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers Hockey here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way.
Anytime's a good time to be Scrub-A-Dub-Clean.
Scrub-A-Dub's unlimited car wash plan lets you wash anytime for one low monthly price. Wash every day or every week. Your car will always be Scrub-A-Dub clean.
Anytime. Anytime's a good time to be Scrub-A-Dub-Clean.
Fallon Health believes care carries the weight. It goes out of its way. It lends a hand and makes things better. Care listens before it talks. It's there when you need a friend. And it always keeps you going. Care. It's what Fallon Health believes in. Fallon Health. Care and coverage that goes further. To learn more about what Fallon Health is doing to improve health and inspire hope in the communities they serve, visit fallonhealth.org.
At Matrona Brothers Landscaping, we believe your yard should be more than just a space. It should be a place for laughter, for gatherings, and for lasting moments. Whether it's a cozy patio for game nights, vibrant gardens, full of seasonal color, or an outdoor kitchen for weekend barbecues, we're your one-stop shop for all your landscaping needs. We've got the tools, the expertise, and the passion to make any outdoor dream a reality. Let us help you build the perfect outdoor escape for your family. Madrona Brothers Landscaping, where your outdoor memories begin.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
The Worcester Railers make winning and scoring goals look easy. At Cornerstone Bank, we want to give you the same feeling about achieving your financial goals. With our solutions-based service and commitment to community, it's time for you to start winning with your financial future. Go online at cornerstonebank.com or find your nearest local Cornerstone branch and learn how being built on trust can help give you confidence for the future. Cornerstone Bank, built on trust, member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender.
A diamond from Saks Jewelers. It's perfect.
Time after time, new customers tell me they are amazed by the huge selection of diamond engagement rings and wedding bands we have here at Saks Jewelers. Trust me, no jewelry store in Worcester County could come close to our selection, our quality, or even our value. I'm Nick Saks, 4th generation at Saks Jewelers in Shrewsbury, Central Massachusetts' most trusted diamond retailer for over 65 years. Online at saksjewelers.com.
Worcester Railers hockey plays here. 98.9 Nash Icon, WORC-FM, Webster, Worcester, a Cumulus media station.
20 minutes to the finish line. The Worcester Railers down by 4 to the South Carolina Stingrays. Look for a monstrous third period comeback heading into this final frame of action. Tim Foley along with you as we get you set for puck drop coming up in just a few short moments here down at the DCU Center. Some numbers for you from these first 40 minutes of play so far. Worcester right now getting outshot 25-12 across the first two periods. It was a bit closer in the second than it was the first. It was 19-9 in the first period and then just 6-3 in the second. Not a whole lot of shots thrown either way in that second period. Even still, South Carolina, they managed to get 2 of them to sneak into the back of the net. Tough period for the Railers, but they're looking to bounce back coming up here in the third in just a moment here. Railers so far in the third period this season getting outscored by their opponents 12-9. But keep in mind, South Carolina had 2 empty netters come up on Wednesday morning, so those numbers not exactly what they appear to be. Railers right now trying to stage this third period comeback. It'll be Colby Johnson in the box for 2 minutes to start the third period after he got a roughing minor at the final horn at the end of the second period. So the Railers are going to be shorthanded here to open things up. Not how you want to open things here. But even still, you have a chance to kill off this penalty, gain some momentum. Worcester's 3 shots in that second period. Second fewest taken in a period so far this year. Looking back at opening weekend, Sunday of opening weekend, Worcester only had, I should say that is the fewest shots taken in a period so far this season. Previous mark was 5. That's happened 5 times. It was back in the first period against the Norfolk Admirals back on November the 1st in that 6-5 overtime win. Railers looking for that and then some here at the DCU Center. They win the draw to open the third period. Sit back and enjoy. We're underway here at the DCU Center. Finds its way right back down low beneath the net of the Stingrays, all the way down to our left. Up ice goes South Carolina. They dump it down in the head. It comes back now to the space down low beneath Isley as he'll hold on to it down beneath his net. Railers swap out for a change. Penalty killers out there on the ice now for Worcester. It is Welsh with Luce alongside Bakanov and DeMellis. Up the near ice, now here comes Micah Miller, now to the near side Engelbert. Jumped here by DeMellis. He gets a clear out of the zone after Bakanov does a good job of pressuring the puck. Comes right back down low beneath the net. Lee hurrying his way up ice. Passes it all the way through, looks for Engelbert in on net. Tikkanen shot, he scores. Engelbert just manages to squeak one past Tikkanen 50 seconds into the third period. It's a power play goal for South Carolina. It is their third of the evening here, and it is now a 6-1 Stingrays lead. That's now the most goals that Worcester's allowed in a game all season long. They allowed 5 back in that 6-5 overtime win. That was the previous watermark. It's now held here inside of the neutral zone. Kaplan has it for a moment, and they call him offside. So face off in a moment, right back inside of the neutral zone. For Engelbert, that is his first point of the night. Puts him up to 8 points on the year in 10 games played. Face off right back inside of the neutral zone, down in front of the penalty boxes. It comes right back now over to the far side. Thompson inside of the South Carolina zone. Now backhanded to the near boards. It is held here by Kaplan. And it goes across now here. It is going to be played down the right wing side now. South Carolina back inside of their own zone. Worcester looking to jump on things here. Comes right back up the near boards. So the goal is Engelbert from Lee and Isley. Isley is going to get the assist on that. The goaltender here for South Carolina goes all the way to the far side. Kaplan. It goes now down to the goal line. Shot, and that ends up off into the near glass, and it'll come all the way back down ice inside of the Worcester zone. Quick up ice pass. Rapace gets it from Tikkanen. That's slapped toward Isley. He'll scoop it with the glove, but decides to dump it off. Now played back along the far blue line. Welsh keeps it in for Worcester. Backhands it out in front. Save made. It comes to the near side now. 2 minutes gone in the third period. Now back up ice it goes. Inside of the neutral zone. Piercy flips it down the right wing side. It goes back down beneath the net, and it's off into the near boards now. Held here by South Carolina, trying to chip it along as they're inside of their own zone now. Looking to play it further ahead. Tyler Kupka trying to play it further down ice. It comes back now to the far side. South Carolina advances. Now here they have it. Near circle. Kupka walks in. Tip. That goes off into the end boards and back up the far side. Now to the blue line. Parrott up to the far side. That's going to be held on to here by South Carolina. Webb's drive. That save comes back to the near side. It was blocked out in front. Now here come the Railers. Trying to bring it back in through the neutral zone. Piercy will flip it up ahead. Railers will go off for a change. 3 minutes gone in the third period. It's right back down low beneath the net of Isley. 2 hour left. Combs now works his way over to the far side, off for a change. Stingrays swapping out some pieces here. A whistle blown as that's going to be offside. 16:55 to go in the third period. It is currently a 6-1 South Carolina lead here with just about 3 minutes gone. Faceoff's going to be right back inside of the neutral zone in front of the Worcester bench. Comes right back down to the far side here, picked up now by Mason Klee, and he'll carry it ahead. Goes up the far side. Johnson backhands it inside of the attacking zone, and that goes all the way off into the end boards now. Up to the far side. Comes right back along the slot here, up to the near circle. It is now going to be picked up by Verrier. Jacobs tries to dance ahead, and up ice now. Here come the Stingrays. Here's Haverchuk. Tries to flip it in toward net. It goes wide left, and it comes off into the far side. South Carolina tries to pass it cross ice. It ends up coming back down the right wing now, and it is inside the neutral zone here. Down the right wing into the attacking zone. Engelbert holds on. He's got it here on his stick near side, trying to carry it along the top of the zone. 16 minutes to go here in the third period of a 6-1 South Carolina lead. Now down beneath the net. Railers look to hold on to it and try and push it back up ice. Here's Colby Johnson down the right wing side into the attacking zone. He'll flip it ahead. Tries to dance around the likes of South Carolina's Blake Thompson. Comes back to the near side now. Held here by Worcester. They tip it out in front. Johnson nearly had his first as a Railer. Comes right back out into the slot. And back up ice now. Here's South Carolina. Here's Rons to the near side now. DeMellis trying to chip it along. Comes back for Rons. And it's going to go cross ice. Now here is Ryan Dickinson. Played back up into the neutral zone. Donhauser got a piece on it. And it's right back along the far boards. South Carolina through the neutral zone. Trying to push it ahead. Comes back for loose. And it's now into that far corner. Played right back down low beneath the net. Off into the near boards here. Worcester trying to keep it in their favor. Looking to move it in the right direction. As it comes right back down now to the goal line. Backhanded down low. Suzdalev with it here. Going up the far side. Carrying it on his backhand. Waiting with it. Putting the brakes on. Knocked off the puck by Callan, who shoves him down to the ice and injects some life into this crowd here. Donhauser now down the left wing. Skating in. Backhanded out in front. And a big collision in the net mouth as a Stingray ended up colliding with Isley. Blake Thompson ended up gliding right into him. Lost a tire as Donhauser tried to blow by him. And Isley's in some pain here. Out onto the ice to tend to him. Julia Phillips, athletic trainer for the Stingrays, taking a look at Isley now. It was a pretty heavy collision right along the goal line. 14:42 to go in the third period. 6-1 lead here for South Carolina. Not what anybody ever wants to see is a goaltender, or anybody for that matter, get hurt. See a face-off in a moment here. Not before they have a conversation at ice level, though. They're still tending to Isley down to our left, so things will be put on hold for a moment here. Hoping that Isley's okay all the way down to our left as we take you back how we got to this point in the game. South Carolina grabbed a 2-0 lead in the first period. Worcester cut it down to a 2-1 game. Isley slowly working his way back up now. That was in the first period, 2-1, and then South Carolina got one more to make it 3-1 heading into the second. 2 for the Stingrays then in the second period, made it 5-1 entering the third, and then in the third period ended up being another early goal for South Carolina that put them up even further here. 6-1 their current advantage. Still 14:42 to go here in the third period. Isley down to our left, still being checked out. Railers getting ready to head on the road up to Trois-Rivières, Quebec, to face off against the Trois-Rivières Lions. He's back up on his feet now. Isley, as looks like he'll take a lap inside of his own zone. We'll see. Looks like he may stay in. They don't seem to be working him over toward the door along the side there. Tonight's backup for South Carolina, Mitchell Gibson, out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. He's waiting idly by. He's not going to be called upon here. It is going to be Isley who will stay in the game. That is some impressive stuff there from Isley, as that was not a light collision coming his way. Blake Thompson, 6'1", 205 pounds, as he came sliding into him pretty heavily with Donhauser trying to cut out in front. So the game will finally resume here after a couple minutes. Good to see Isley's okay and in the game still. Miller looks to carry it into the attacking zone. It comes now to the near side. He holds it down low beneath the net of Tikkanen. It is played off into the far boards. Now here comes Rapace. In through the neutral zone. Randall now trying to cut down the right wing. Puck wasn't cooperating. It's rimmed all the way down and around. Now to the near side. Held here by Rapace. Trying to chip it along. It is tied up. Now inside the end boards beneath the net of Isley. Played right back out in front. Rapace tried a quick tap pass over to Randall. Couldn't get it over to his tape. Stingrays now looking for it here. Far side. Comes back along that right circle. Now here comes South Carolina. 2-on-2 in through the neutral zone. Randall back checking. Here's Middendorf into the attacking end. They set up. Magera centers it. Goes off the backhand of Tikkanen's stick. And it comes right back up ice. Now down the right wing into the attacking zone. Carrying it ahead. Lochran trying to dance forward. And it comes all the way back along those far boards. Inside the Worcester zone, down to our right now. 13.5 to go in the third period. Passed up the near side. Lochran holds on to it. And here he comes, down the left wing. Goes for Copperrood. His shot goes past the glove hand of Isley, and it ends up coming back now. Down low beneath the net, here is Copperrood. They'll leave it back down low. It's picked up here by Lochran, a wraparound bid. Tried to send it home, nearly did. Just couldn't keep it tight enough to that post. Isley got over as well. Puck left behind by South Carolina. Now here they come, 2-on-2. Piercy and Lochran up ice. Combs back checking. Lochran carries it ahead, shakes off a check. Klee walks in. Puck knocked off his stick. Lockering, covering back on defense as South Carolina tries to drag it ahead. Copperroot on the back check as well. 12:45 to go in the third period. Penalty coming here against the Railers. Lockren is going to go to the box in just a moment here. 6-1 lead for South Carolina. He got a stick up high on a Stingray as they're still sorting things out in front of the Worcester bench. Railers on the bench as well right now. Kupka looks like he's at the center of attention here, right along that far side. A 60-second timeout. We're back in a minute. Don't go too far. You're listening to Worcester Railers hockey here on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Prince LaBelle is proud and excited to become a member of the Railers family in the greater Worcester community. We are a full-service law firm that provides unparalleled client service across the entire range of legal needs and industries. The firm's Worcester office leverages the depth of a premier Boston law firm with the familiarity and knowledge of its Worcester attorneys. Prince LaBelle's expansion into Worcester is led by a team of longtime legal and community leaders. Visit princelabelle.com for more information. Thank you, and go Railers.
Okay, and here we go. We got an ASE certified technician diagnosing a brake cylinder. And wow, I think he's got it, folks. He's bringing the customer in to take a look, showing her where the issue is and how he can best fix it. She's asking some questions. He's giving some answers. And there we go. She's smiling. She's happy to have her car fixed by a pro for a great deal and to be getting back on the road safely. From tires to timing belts and everything in between, folks. Turn to VIP, tires and service.
Let's get back to more Worcester Railers hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon.
Things spilled over down at ice level between the two sides at the DCU Center as the media timeout took place. So as a result, they're continuing conversation here between the on-ice and off-ice officials, trying to make sure everybody's in lockstep with what's going to be assessed here. Rapace over to check things out for Worcester. While on the other side of things, it is Blake Thompson who's taking a look here for South Carolina. 12:42 to go here in this third period of play. A 6-1 South Carolina Stingrays lead. Wednesday morning's game saw the most penalty minutes in a game combined between two teams this season, 72. Back on Wednesday morning against South Carolina in that 4-1 loss. So some frustrations have carried over here today between the two teams. Right now, Loughran and Jacobs are in the box for Worcester. Meanwhile, it's Kupka in there for South Carolina alongside Charlie Combs. So they'll be taking a seat. 12:42 still to go here in the third period in a 6-1 South Carolina lead. Both teams are getting ready to head out of town after this one. Mariners will be, the Stingrays will be heading up to Maine to take on the Mariners, whereas the Worcester Railers will be going up to Canada. And Railers are going to get pinned with the extra penalty here. Colby Johnson's in the box now for an extra 2 minutes. So he will be the difference here, and that's what's going to set South Carolina to the power play. Johnson, this is his second time to the penalty box here tonight. Stingrays scored the last time he was on the bench in the penalty box. It was 50 seconds into the period. Penalties have come across. They look like this. Combs and Kupka each 2 minutes for roughing. Jacobs and Loughran roughing as well, but Loughran's was a double minor for roughing. So it's Johnson who's serving the extra 2 minutes for Loughran. So it's now going to be a penalty here, 2 minutes in the penalty box for the Railers, as South Carolina right back to the power play. 3 for 5 so far tonight. Power play's been working. Henrik Tikkanen pulls that one out of the air. Dickinson tries to fight off Middendorf, who is camped right out in front. As that's 13 seconds elapsed from the penalty. We'll see another face-off inside the Worcester zone in a moment here. Face-off to the far dot inside of the Worcester zone, down to our right. Callan tries to jump it, and he does. Here he comes now, down the right-hand side, trying to keep South Carolina off balance here. Blake Thompson was back on defense, knocked it off of Callan's stick. It comes right back down low beneath the net now. Worcester trying to chase after it, off into the near boards. Callan again on the forecheck here for the Railers. That's spun inside of the neutral zone, now down the near wing. Into the attacking zone it goes, right-hand side. Stopped up here by South Carolina. And that's going to be played right back all the way down ice. Stopped up by Isley, as there's no icing on the PK here for the Railers, and South Carolina will start again. The 4 penalty killers out there for the Railers right now. It is Rons with Dickinson, Callan, and Donhauser. Now to the near side. That's collected here by Cruikshank in the slot. Shot, save, rebound comes out. Slapped away by Donhauser, and that goes all the way back down ice. Ends up back down low beneath the net. Isley leaves it off for his team with 44 seconds left in the penalty. Now back up the left wing side. It ends up coming in on net. Stopped up here by Worcester. And it's off into that far corner now. Donhauser. That goes all the way down the right wing side into the South Carolina zone. Played off the near boards. And it's collected now here by the Stingrays. Back up ice they go. Left wing side. Pass near boards. Here's Micah Miller now. Back up to the point. Lee holds on to it. Right down low. Gets it to Suzdalev. Right circle. Walks in. Looks. Shoots. Save made by Tikkanen. Collects it up high with the gloves. And he'll hold on to it. 10:52 to go here in the third period. So now with all the penalties assessed here, up to, surprisingly, only 26 minutes of penalty time on the game here. Face off to the near dot inside of the Worcester zone to our right. And that's going to be picked up here by South Carolina. Railers trying to clear it out if they can. They do. Matamelis finds it. That goes all the way down ice. And it's collected now back in the defensive zone by the Stingrays. Andrew Parrott finds it inside of his own zone. Plays it ahead down the left wing side. And here's Mason Clee. Goes right back now for Apache. Up the right wing side now, here's Colby Johnson. Out of the box, into the fray. Shoots, and it's knocked off the moorings. Colby Johnson then takes a slash from Isley. And here we go. Johnson drops him with Parrott. Johnson looking to go over the top. Parrott getting hammered into the end boards. Johnson keeping him honest. Trying to throw a couple of rights. See what he can get in. They're pretty tied up here along the end boards. Finally, the two sides go down. Colby Johnson crashed the net. Seth Isley didn't like that all too much. And he ended up delivering a pretty heavy slash to the shin pads of Colby Johnson. Plenty of traffic in the penalty boxes right now. Combs, Kupka, and Parrott for South Carolina. It is going to be Johnson who goes right back in after serving 2 minutes on behalf of Loughran. Loughran's still in there. I believe there should be a Stingray out of the box, at least one. Kupka does come out of the box now. Combs comes out as well. So, South Carolina's got all of their bodies now in place. As they take a minute here to get the net back on its moorings. It's still sitting well off to the left-hand side. They drag it back now. Bob Duraney having a word with tonight's referee, Tyler Haskell. As this has been a long one here for the Railers. Down by 5 right now. 6-1 the score. 10:26 to go here in the third period. They work to reset the pegs here down to our left with Isley's net. Face off when play resumes in a moment here. Finally going to be in front of the South Carolina bench. As it'll be Copperroot who leans in here for Worcester. He's looking to go up against South Carolina's Jamie Engelberg. 10:26 to go in the third period. They drop the puck and play resumes. So 5 for fighting, each to Parrott and Johnson. It comes back down inside of the Worcester zone to our right. Back up ice they go. Welsh backhands it. Up ice. High stick from Bakanov. They end up touching up first, South Carolina. So It is negated. Now up ice. Here come the Stingrays down the left wing side. Engelbert back into the slot. Shot. Glove save made by Tikkanen. Pulls it out of the air. Howardcheck ends up holding on to it. They head to a break down at ice level. We will take a quick look around the ECHL, give you an idea in regards to the out-of-town scoreboard. As it looks right now, Adirondack leading Reading 3-1 over at Cool Insuring Arena. That game has gone final as Adirondack comes out on top despite trailing to start the game. They scored the final 3 goals, including one on an empty netter from Polino, unassisted, to make it a 3-1 final. From there, Trois-Rivières leading Maine 3-1 heading into the end of the third period. Jacksonville and Atlanta tied up at 1 apiece right now as it stands. That's a game that's midway through the third over at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Kalamazoo is leading Fort Wayne 4-1 at the Wings Event Center. Toledo is leading Norfolk 4-1. If there is a silver lining on the night here for the Railers right now, it's that there is another North Division team here losing to an out-of-division opponent. Otherwise, across the rest of the schedule here, taking a look at the games, Wheeling is currently tied up with Indy. Late in the third period, Cincinnati leads Bloomington 2-1. Iowa and Wichita tied 1-1. Allen is leading Utah 2-1. And Idaho's leading Rapid City 1-0. Tahoe Tulsa yet to drop the puck. That'll be coming up in about an hour. Puck ends up being played off into the far boards. It's pushed along the blue line. Can't be kept in, or can't be pushed out, I should say, by Worcester. It's kept in by South Carolina. And it's intercepted here. Kupka gets it back up, right side shot, tipped along the way, comes back to the near boards. Now into the slot, collected here by South Carolina, back up to the left circle. They hold on, look at the cycle here in the attacking zone. It's now back to the near side, shot that goes high on Tikkanen. Rebound comes back, they score. Kyler Kupka ends up putting it right back in the net, makes it a 7-1 Stingrays lead. Face off right back at the center dot. Colin Jacobs takes it for Worcester. Railers win it. It goes up and out of play. And we'll see a face-off right back inside of the neutral zone in a moment here. 9:21 to go in the third period of play. Comes right back along that far dot, collected by Worcester. They send it down inside of the South Carolina zone, and it comes back inside of the neutral zone now. Nakbar holding on to it, turns it over. Callan dumps it down the left wing side. And Worcester looking to hold on inside of the attacking zone. Chance in front for Apache. Puck squeaks loose. It comes back to the far side now, and it is backhanded along the near side. Verrier tries to crash in on the puck, and it comes back now. Middendorf looking to play it ahead down the right wing. Here's Engelbert. He's already got one here tonight. Copperwood now holds on. 7 different goal scorers here this evening. Pardon, Kupka now has 2, I should say. So 1 multi-goal game here tonight for the Stingrays, as he's now up to 6 on the year. As that comes back down inside of the South Carolina zone down to our left now. Railers trying to get a hold of it. They can't keep it in. Welsh goes cross ice. DeMellis now collects on his backhand. And it goes further ahead. Shot save made. Comes back now to the near side. 8:11 to go in the third period. Tipped out in front. DeMellis looks to collect. Can't get it on net. Comes right back inside of the neutral zone. Tapped down by Griffin Luce. And it's back to the near side now. It is along the near side. Back up by Suzdalev. Looks to carry it ahead. Down the left wing side. Into the attacking zone. Shot that goes up and out of play. 7:48 to go here in the period. We'll see a face-off right back inside of the Worcester zone, down to our right in just a moment here. South Carolina currently out there with the line of Kyler Kupka. It's out there with Charlie Combs, and it looks like on that left wing it's been Howard Chuck instead of Nakbar. Stingrays switching up the lines a little bit here. Defensively, it is Thompson alongside Webb. Comes right back up to the points. South Carolina, stick ends up going up high, and Worcester's going to go right back to the penalty kill here. As down on the ice for a moment, Howard check. So he will end up heading off into the bench. Raylor's going to head to the penalty kill. It's Jack Randall this time who's going to have to take a seat. Colby Johnson slides over as Randall joins him here for 2 minutes. Face off in just a moment here back inside of the Worcester zone. Raylor's on the penalty kill for the 7th time tonight. South Carolina currently 3 for 6 on the power play. It's been working for them so far tonight. Face off in a moment inside of the Worcester zone on the far side. 7:41 to go in the third period. Raylor's trying to dig in here, see if they can't collect the puck, move down ice, do something here shorthanded. Raylors do have one shorthanded goal this year. Came against the Norfolk Admirals. South Carolina inside of the attacking zone. Shot, save made. Locust ends up putting it high on Tikkanen. He holds on to it with 7.5 to go here in the third period. See a face-off in just a second here. And now off to the near side. Colin Jacobs will look to take the draw here for the Railers and ends up being played out of the zone. Now here is Bakanov. All the way down and down the right wing side. Trying to chase it ahead. And now back up the ice. South Carolina inside of the Worcester zone, all the way down to our right now. Held here by the Stingrays. Pass out in front, ends up going up to the far boards. And that is going to be held onto here by South Carolina. Back up to the left point. And it's played back up to the blue line. Held here by the Stingrays. Cross ice, Nakbar. Back to the blue line. Left circle, chance on the doorstep. Raylors trying to bat away at it, see if they can't get it out. Another minute left in Jack Randall's high stick. Some pushing and shoving down beneath the net. Shot, they score. Stingrays get another one. It's Nakbar this time on an empty net as Tikkanen was a few feet out of the crease. Another power play goal. South Carolina now 4 for 7 on the night. Loud rebound off the left leg of Tikkanen, and that left Nakbar completely unshaded. With the Railers short of man, Dickinson was beneath the net, tied up with a Stingray. And this one can't be over soon enough for Worcester. 6.5 to go in the third period. 8-1 Stingrays right now. Goes down the left wing side. Down beneath the net. Held here by South Carolina. They whiff on it. Piercy now holding on inside of the attacking zone. To the near side now. Comes now down the near side. Verrier over for Rapace. Stingrays get it back. Now right along the near side. Held here by Worcester. As that'll be moved over along the far boards. Picked up here by South Carolina. As they look to move it inside of the attacking zone. Davidson, he'll play it off for Grant Cruikshank. Carrying it down the right wing side, in on net. Shot save Tikkanen. Comes back down low beneath the net. It's held here by South Carolina. D-to-D pass. It goes for Webb. He can't hold on to it. Piercy chips it ahead. And it comes down the right wing side now. That's further now down low beneath the net for a second. South Carolina chases it out of their own zone, and it goes all the way down ice now. That's going to be an icing. And we'll see a face-off back inside of the South Carolina zone all the way down to our left in a moment. Johnson and Parrott each come out of the box. We head to a break. No, they'll actually keep this in-house here. It was an icing, so no break in the action. Face off down to our left inside the South Carolina zone. Railers looking to tack on one more here if they can. Under 6 to go in the third period. Comes all the way back inside of the neutral zone now, as that'll be played up the near side. Back down low beneath the net of Tikkanen. It is going to be now played off to the near side. Stuck here by South Carolina inside of the attacking zone. Up to the right point, Moore. That's sent all the way back down ice. Loose chases after it. And it's found now here by Copperroot. Down low beneath the net. 4:45 to go in the third period. Out here by the Stingrays. Goes over far side. South Carolina throws it toward net. That goes off for McDonald and comes right back up to the point. South Carolina can't keep it hemmed in. That went right off of the stick of Alexander Suzdalev. And it comes back into the zone. Neutral zone, that is. South Carolina gets it back. Tries to put it back on net. It is held here by the Stingrays. Loose, knocking into a Stingray in the corner there. South Carolina trying to get possession back. And it comes back up the left wing side now. Stingrays trying to play it along. Loose gets it here for Worcester. Now here's Rons up the near side. Backhands it along. Comes back now for Webb. Locust goes right back down low beneath the net. Comes back to the far side here. Held by Worcester. Right at their own blue line. Lochran goes cross ice, tries to connect with Bakanov. And it goes right back down now for South Carolina. Back down low all the way to our right. Tikkanen watches on as South Carolina tries to apply a forecheck here. Tikkanen getting into it a little bit there with Jeremy Davidson in front of the net. 3.5 to go here in the third period. Big up ice pass from Rons. Goes right to Lochran, who dumps it ahead. Railers now on the forecheck. Goes all the way back down beneath the net of Isley. And he'll look to push ahead. Johnson watches on from above the crease. Now up ice, here comes South Carolina. Down the right wing, McGarrett leaves it back, Moore. Right wing side, centering feed, tipped out in front, and Akbar got a piece of it. It comes back to the far side. It comes back now, down low in the end boards. Now to the near side. Picked up by Kaplan. Tipped here by Verrier. Stingrays hold on to it inside of the attacking zone. Sent in by Davidson. That goes down low beneath the net of Tikkanen. Under 3 to go here in the third period. As that'll be played right back up ice. Johnson now looking to bring it ahead. Down the right wing into the attacking zone onside. Shot goes off the toe of a Stingray. Now back up ice it goes once again. Now inside of the Worcester zone on the left-hand side. Shot that goes wide left, comes off the end boards. And now back to the near side. Held onto here by South Carolina. It is going to be brought further ahead. Stingrays right back inside of the attacking zone. It is a shot save made by Tikkanen. Now here is Rapace hurrying ahead. That's going to be brought into the neutral zone. Callan now drags it along. And it's now stuck along the end boards here. Callan right out in front for Randall. Worcester looking for something here. They can't quite get it to go. And it ends up coming back up ice. South Carolina inside of the neutral zone. They dump it ahead. Railers go back to retrieve it inside of their own zone. 2 games coming up this weekend for the Railers against the Trois-Rivières Lions. They'll bust through the night to face off against those Lions. Loose a drive. That goes off glass, comes back to the far side. Now right out in front, Tikkanen a save as it comes back to the near boards now. Now back up to the blue line. Shot that's jammed out in front. Blocked up by Worcester, and that's going to hurry ahead. Now down the right wing. Lochran brings it ahead. Right-hand side. Shot goes into the end boards. The Mellis has it now here for Worcester. And the Stingrays will carry it to the near side. Pass out in front. Now here they come. To the near boards. Back up ice it goes. Dumped ahead by South Carolina. 43 seconds left. Railers have got to find something better up in Canada this weekend. You had every chance to win on Wednesday. You didn't, unfortunately. Here's Copperroot. His shot just happens to miss. Comes back to the near side now. You can at least have been proud of an honest effort on Wednesday morning, but this one has gotten out of hand. It's been out of hand. South Carolina's been driving all night long. Out shooting the Railers 41-17. Comes now to the near side, right back in between the slot, back into the neutral zone, and that'll drift inside of the Worcester zone. This one will finally come to a close as the Railers fall to the South Carolina Stingrays on this Friday night by a final score of 8-1 in downtown Worcester. 60-second timeout. Back on the other side for a quick recap. Then we send you into the night. Don't go too far. This is Worcester Railers hockey on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.
Workers Credit Union certified financial coaches are ready to help take the stress out of money. They listen and understand with no judgment, no jargon, and work with you to create a personalized plan tailored to reach your goals. Whether you're trying to improve your credit score, increase your savings, or looking towards the future, Workers Way coaches can help you at any stage of life. Workers Way Financial Coaching is a benefit of Workers Credit Union membership. Visit us at WCU.com or find a convenient location near you, like Grove Street in Worcester.
Open doors, spark new passions, and create endless opportunities with a free college education. Mass Reconnect is truly the gift that keeps on giving. If you are a Massachusetts resident, 25 years or older, and do not have a college degree, you could earn your degree free at Quinsigamond Community College. Classes are starting soon, so learn more today. Find out if you qualify at qcc.edu/massreconnect.
It's time for the Worcester Railers postgame show on 98.9 Nash Icon. Now let's get back to the rink with Tim Foley.
Tough one here tonight for the Railers. They fall by a final score of 8-1 here to the South Carolina Stingrays on this Friday night in downtown Worcester. Tim Foley along with you as we briefly recap this one here tonight. South Carolina grabbed a 2-0 lead in the first period across the first 16 and a half minutes. Jordan Kaplan made it a one-goal game, made it 2-1, but then six goals end up coming across as it ended up being 6 straight goals from South Carolina to put this one over the top for the Stingrays. Most goals allowed by the Railers in a game this season with 8 against. They're going to look to come back with a better effort this weekend up in Canada when they face off against the Lions. Jordan Kaplan at the lone Worcester goal. Rapace and Luce the assists. Sustalev, Miller, Moore, Kupka with 2. Cruikshank, Engelbert, and Nakbar all had the South Carolina goals here tonight. 4 power play goal night, I should say, for South Carolina. They went 4 for 7 on the power play on the evening as they were able to take this one here tonight against the Railers. Michael Bullion got pulled here tonight. He gets the loss. He made 16 saves on 20 shots faced, allowed 4 goals. Henrik Tikkanen, as he came in the second period, early in the second period, he allowed 4 goals on 21 shots faced, making 17 saves. Seth Isley gets the win as he is able to pick up the victory. He had made 16 saves on 17 shots here tonight. So Isley picks up the win. The Stingrays improve their record. They are now 7-2-1 overall. The Railers fall to a game below 500 as they are now 5-6 after this 2-game set against the South Carolina Stingrays. So that's just about going to do it for our coverage of Worcester Railers hockey on this Friday night. Not much more to say about this one, except we're on to Trois-Rivières. Railers will face off against the Lions tomorrow night. In the meantime, that's going to do it for our coverage of Worcester Railers hockey on this Friday evening. The Railers are back in action tomorrow night against the Trois-Rivières Lions. For our producer, back at our 98.9 Nash Icon Studios, Emily. doing a fantastic job here this evening. First time flying solo on the board. Had some help waiting in the wings, but was able to jump into the fray, no problem, and handle things with grace here this evening. A fantastic job. Russ was hanging out as well all night long. A big shout out to our crew back at 98.9 Nash Icon. I'm Tim Foley. The final score for the final time, the South Carolina Stingrays 8, the Worcester Railers 1. Thanks so much for listening to our coverage of Worcester Railers hockey, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Looking for a trusted auto body repair shop? Franchi Brothers Auto Body has been serving Worcester County since 1936. That's 4 generations of quality service right here in the heart of Worcester. We're an OEM certified shop where safety is always our top priority, whether it's a fender bender or a major collision. We work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road fast. Visit us today at 258 Shrewsbury Street and keep an eye out for our brand new state-of-the-art facility coming soon at 8 Nebraska Street.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way.
Anytime's a good time to